Hey y'all, what's good? What's good? What's good, man? What's good? What's good, y'all? Yeah, this is a little impromptu live stream, man. Fourth of July live stream, man. I hope you guys are having a good Fourth of July, man. Enjoying time with your family. You know, um, to me, the Fourth of July. What's up, Cheyenne? How you doing, man? To me, the Fourth of July represents freedom, and you know, uh, God makes us free. No government makes us free, y'all. God makes us free. So I hope you guys are enjoying that with your family. And I was just thinking, man, this whole week has been fireworks. So why not talk about it, man? Why not go live with you good people on the Behind the Best Sports Network, man? Talk about this. Yeah, man. So yeah, so it's been a lot going on all week, man. All week the mainstream media has been uh going at Kobe hard too. What's up, Sierra? Oh, Ocelot. What's up? What's good, man? Um, so they've been attacking Kobe nonstop, man. Nonstop the whole week. I ain't never seen nothing like this. I never seen a media campaign organized to stop one man. You know, and it and it leads me to think, right? This whole week has been fireworks. Dwayne Wade came out with his comments. Gilbert said what he said. Even Jason Whitlock got into it. You know what I'm saying? He got into this. Um, you had some fools on ESPN talking about it's the little campaign. Yeah, I think it is, man. You got some fools on ESPN who was knocking Kobe out of the top five scorers of all time. Yeah, harder than Kobe. That was funny. You know, and it makes you think, man. It makes you think, man. They going after this nigga hard. But if Kobe, like, let's say Kobe's number 9 or number 14 on their list, why they going after him so hard? If he's that low on your list, then what's the point of keeping bringing them up on these conversations? Why don't you guys bring up Tim Duncan? They've got Tim Duncan over Kobe on their list, right? So Tim Duncan's over Kobe. You got Kareem over Kobe, Mike over Kobe, right? And they're attacking Mike too. Um, you've got who else they got over Kobe? Some people got Bill Russell over Kobe. I think they got a bunch of niggas over Kobe at 14. Shaq over Kobe, right? So why are they going at Shaq? Why are they not bringing out the Shaq needed Kobe narrative, right? Or Shaq needed Wade. He couldn't win without the top shooting guard narrative. But you go after number 14. That's interesting, right? Why aren't you guys talking about Oscar Robertson with ring culture? You bring it stinks of the. It's definitely the media, man. It definitely is, man. Everybody knows it, man. It's obvious. You know, uh, they made it real obvious that he's a threat. And this is one thing I have to say to all of you, right? I don't know where you guys have Kobe all time, but Kobe to me can be no lower than 2 all time. And this is my opinion. Y'all have the right to have whatever list you want. And the reason why I say that, I got a valid reason, right? When you talk about hard work, when you talk about hard work, Kobe's the poster child for hard work. When you talk about the grind, Kobe's the poster child for the grind. When you talk about the standard, there's Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant as the two players who everyone compares everybody else to, right? They don't use all the other guys, even though they're great, right? And they got cases to be the greatest of all time. I'm not trying to cancel people. What up, Lou? I'm not trying to cancel people out of the conversation, right? But listen to what I'm saying, right? If you have to constantly pull his name out the hat and he's supposed to be out 14, he has to be number 2 or number 1. He has to be either 1 or 2 on your list because they're using his name way too much. If he was not a threat, they wouldn't be using his name. They wouldn't keep using all these nonsensical comparisons. And it's funny. I heard Jason Whitlock brought up Paul Shirley, y'all. Out of all people, out of all the niggas he could have dusted off and brung on his platform, he brought up Paul Shirley, man. The nigga played like 18 games in the NBA. Hey, he probably his interaction, right, was probably with Kobe on the training table. Kobe sitting there, wrapping up his ankle and shit. This nigga walk in, uh, he say, "Hey, Kobe, how you doing, man?" He's like, "Man, get the fuck out of here." that's probably that's probably the most interaction he's had with him. You know what I'm saying? So these guys, and then I heard this. Let me add this. Then I heard Jason Whitlock talking about this nigga was talking about um yeah, LeBron, he could be on the Pacers. So you're a fanboy, bro. You a fan, bro. You ultimately just want the nigga to play on your team. So Sierra Ocelot says you watch old the footage of Kobe when he played, and it tells you everything you need to know when compared to ex players, saying were better if Kobe was still alive. They weren't there, bro. Kobe's older footage, especially like the younger Kobe, bro, is different. Nick. Man, at 21, 22, the stuff he was doing, he shouldn't have been doing. I don't know too many 20. I think he's the most polished 21-year-old of all time. Like as far as skills, like I've never seen a player at that age that skilled. Um, so what he achieved with Shaq, instead of praising him, right? And because truthfully, in some of those playoff series, Kobe was outscoring Shaq, and Kobe was dominating like elite defenses. So instead of congratulating him, like let me ask y'all a question, right? Have you heard one positive thing about Kobe from the mainstream media all week? Put it in the chat if you heard one positive thing about Kobe the whole week from the mainstream media. Because I haven't, and I'm still looking. Hell nah, yeah, hell nah, man, nah. They've been destroying him all week, bro. And it's like, yo, damn, y'all really think this dude's a threat like that? He a threat to the degree that you got niggas doing 5, 6 hour live streams, capping and lying. You got dudes bringing him up nonstop, trying to be relevant for content. Viral Basketball Week dude did have him at number 4 best offensive player. Yeah, that shit's crazy, bro. Kobe basically broke the NBA in 2006. Like, bro, Kobe averaged 50 for a whole week. There's not a player in the modern NBA who's averaged 50 for a week. He averaged 40 for a month, 4 times. 4 times. And we talking about a 2 year span, '06, '07. And then they want to bring up field goal percentage, right? Let me ask y'all. Y'all put it in the chat. Let me ask y'all a question. With your life on the line, right? With your life on the line, who you going with? KD or Kobe for the game winner? With your life on the line. Let's see if percentages work. Let's see if y'all give a damn about percentages. It's about heart. ESPN is broke since Kobe called them idiots. They spazzing out. They going crazy, man. Imagine if Jerry West was still with the Lakers uh, in the Lakers in mid 2000s. He done everything to help Kobe. The front office has been garbage since Jerry West. Oh, this is the thing too. Kobe still won 5. All this talk about, well, 5 championships and all this stuff. Kobe won 5 with 3 years of his prime wasted. Think about that. I think he won 11 championships. He won 5 championships in 11 years with 3 years of his prime wasted. That's a winner. That's a winner. Let's see. Kobe would have closed that game six with the Warriors back in 2000. Yeah, exactly. He would close the casket on, and he would have created space for his other teammates. And Kevin Durant is a great scorer. I love Kevin Durant and I love his game. But with your life on the line, bro, you telling me you had to win a game or a series, you going with KD? To me, that's crazy. I don't care what the percentages say. I think KD's percentage as a mid-range scorer is higher than Kobe. I think his percentage as a three-point shooter is higher than Kobe. And we'll all take Kobe. He shoots all overall better field goal percentage than Kobe for his career, but we'll all take Kobe. We're not stupid people. But you see, the media has kind of brainwashed the younger generation into thinking field goal percentage equals dominance, and it doesn't. It can equal dominance, but it doesn't always equal dominance. The Warriors dynasty wouldn't have happened if Jerry West didn't leave the Lakers. That's just on Genie. Yeah, it was personal. Um, it was personal with Jerry, and it's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad that things, got real personal, and Jerry West is. I'm dropping the link, y'all. If y'all want to come up and rap with me for a little bit, but it's crazy, man. Like they fired his son too. The Lakers were petty, bro. They fired this dude's son after he left. His son ain't had nothing to do with what's on with Jerry West. And I think it all started because Jerry West didn't like fraternization. He didn't like Jeannie being with Phil. Uh, um, and so, I mean, he went on to build the Warriors, like you said, the Warriors, the Grizzlies, you know what I'm saying? He built the Showtime Lakers. So Jerry West knew how to construct a roster. He knew the team aspect of the game. One of our goats, right? Um, but I don't want to just make this a Kobe thing, even though Kobe's my favorite player of all time. I think they're going after history in general. Um, and I was watching the Wilt Chamberlain archive. Shout out to the Wilt Chamberlain archive. I'll be doing a reaction to his video in a couple of days on Willis Reed. But they're attacking all of the legends. It's just that they're working on the 90s right now, and then they're going to soon be working on the 2000s. They try to act like things didn't happen. The scouting report doesn't give you stats. Yeah, yeah, you ask these players about how to stop Kobe and see if they, you know, and see if they give you a clear cut answer. Jerry West helped Kobe out by Pau Gasol. So, like, I don't know about that. The remember the Grizzlies were the worst team in the NBA, right? They were going nowhere with Pau, unfortunately, because that he was on that team and they kept losing in the first round. So they wanted to rebuild. That's the reason why we got Marc Gasol, because the Lakers wanted to rebuild. So they got rebuilding pieces. They got Javaris Crittenton, who was a young player. They got Marc Gasol, who's viewed as a younger version of Powell, who was on that Spain team, who had a lot of talent, right? Now, of course, the trade, was a little unbalanced at the time because when you look at Powell, he made the All Star team, but he only made the All Star team one time. So you got to look at it like this, right? The Grizzlies being an organization who is not having much playoff success, right? They had no reason to keep going forward with Powell, especially when he was starting to get a little bit older. He was 28 by the time he got to the Lakers. And there's another narrative that you got me thinking about. This other narrative that Powell saved Kobe. Kobe was in the MVP talks before Powell came. Kobe was rolling with Andrew Bynum um, before Powell got there. Powell came, and yes, we dominated even more. But to say that he saved Kobe is ridiculous. Now, I will say this: we owe a lot of our success to Powell because Powell was a very skilled big man who can rebound, pass, defend. He was good on the block, either hand. Um, Powell was great. And see, this is the thing. We don't have to take away from credit or from other players in order to make Kobe seem greater than he is. But I think over time, people are trying to make Pal Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know what I'm saying? They trying to turn him into Artis Gilmore, or for freaking Kevin Garnett over time, and so that has to be stopped. What's good, Kelvin? Hey man, I dropped the link if you want to come up, man. Yeah, I'll do it again. I'll drop it again. But happy fourth too, Kelvin. Happy fourth. I seen your video on T Mac, man. Hey, I love T Mac. That's what makes it hard, man, because I really do. Um, but to me, those comments that he made, man, it just wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look. And I think he wishes he can take that one back. But T Mac's always been a confident dude. He's been real confident. Um, like the way he talks. So he went on and he continued talking about, well, I stand on it if I played with Shaq. And it was like, man, but that's T Mac. That's T Mac. That's how he's always been. So, but I still love his game. And look, just because somebody doesn't have a lot of playoff success doesn't mean you can't be a fan of them, right? It doesn't mean they're not great. It doesn't mean you can't be a fan, but we have to be careful comparing them to the all-time greats, the goats. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Kelvin? How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
You having a good fourth, bro?
Just chilling at the crib, man. All these fireworks going off, man.
I
Shit,
love it.
crazy. All in my neighborhood, man. I'm just
I
sitting
love
out
it.
on my porch.
I love it, man. To me, I hear the sound of freedom whenever I hear fireworks.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm just chilling, man. Just sitting out on my porch, man.
Yeah,
What's
what you
going
got
on?
on the media failing to take out Kobe, man? Because we had like about five different narratives and five different attacks on one man. And what you think about them failing? Because ultimately, it ain't working.
I just think, man. I was telling my partner about this. I think Kobe just. I think Matt Barnes summed it up pretty good. Kobe, his personality was just like hit or miss, and a lot of. No, I'm serious. And then a lot of people. Some people liked him, and some people didn't. And the people that didn't like him, the grace period of him passing away, that's gone. And they just, that hatred is starting to come back out, So,
So, but
he just wasn't.
I don't think these guys even knew Kobe like that. Like even the nigga who Jason Whitlock brought up, like he didn't even really spend that much time with Kobe. So, like how you even speaking on this man to the degree that you speaking on him?
Yeah, and then you remember they Kobe called the media idiots when they had that low ranking that 1 year and stuff like that. Kobe was just like a hit or miss type dude, man. And so, like I said, the people that didn't like him, that 5, 6 years, whatever, since he even passed away, that didn't wore off, and they true feelings coming back out, man.
But what do you think about the fake friends? Like the because I think to me the NBA, like a lot of NBA players, like they some of the fakest niggas on the planet. To me. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as you down or as soon as you get into a situation, ain't nobody by your side. And I feel like a lot of the dudes are like that. Not all of them, because you got some good dudes, but I think that like, you know, a lot of these
That's,
guys flip flop on positions. They not consistent. They lie a lot, you know.
that's I'm not surprised. That's how it is in real life. A lot of people fake in front of your face and get whatever they can out of you, and then once they done with you, they gonna talk behind your back and stuff like that. I'm not surprised, you know. My, let me tell you, man, this something my old man told me years ago when I was young, and it's so true. He said, he said, in life, man, you gonna run across a lot of people, you gonna meet a lot of people, but you really only gonna have about two or three real friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna go to school, you gonna run across a lot of people at work, stuff like that. You have a bunch of associates, but you gonna have about two or three real friends. And since Kobe passed, how many people standing up for him? About two or three people. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Matt Bourne, Steven Jackson, Kwame, Lamar Odom. That's about it. And Powell.
I think people are thinking about their business relationships and they don't want to fuck up the money. Like the other legends when they say things, because what one thing I notice is that they do things, they say things, but they do it subliminally. Like they'll throw a shot, but it won't be a clear shot. It be something that people with common sense or people who know the history will pick up on. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they, because of they have jobs, they still working with the NBA. I think they compromise to a certain degree to where they don't speak on certain things. They kind of try to avoid it.
Yeah, that's that clutch and LeBron. They want access to LeBron. I believe once LeBron lead the game and Clutch kind of lose his grip, it'll kind of flip. The script will kind of flip, and the real will start coming out on LeBron, and people will start getting back. I think I agree with that to an extent. Also, it's about access and your career and money, and they really can't say what they want to say. But when LeBron's gone, we'll see what happened then. You know.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I thought that the narratives were just mainly on Kobe, but then they started going at Mike too. And
That's that true.
I still think the narratives are more strong with Kobe, but Mike is getting attacked heavily too. And then it's not just Mike and Kobe. It's all of the legends. They going after history. And so you see the things with the whole Mind the Game podcast, and you're just like, at first it's like, oh, this sounds good, educating the game, educating the younger generation about the game of basketball. It's a good concept, right? Teaching the game, giving back, things like that. But then when you watch it, you just like, oh, we just trying to rewrite history and going through every single narrative to try to, we
Prop,
getting in.
yeah, just to prop up LeBron, make him look good. Man, that I ain't never seen nothing like this, dog. Like, like, bro, like that. People don't understand. Like that whole LeBron Stephen A. beef. Like, it's really behind a goat debate. Like, cause Stephen A. Smith won't proclaim him the goat. Stephen A. Smith got him number two, and he's still tripping. Like LeBron, he just obsessed, man. And then he got all his fans brainwashed. He just that I don't, man. I ain't never seen nothing like this, man. This dude
I
that
don't think, like, even like, if he said he's the GOAT, right? Like, okay, cool, right? If that's what he believes, right? Because I think that players should have a high opinion of themselves, right? And Mike
Mhm.
believed it, Kobe believed it, Wilt believed it. You got different players who believe they were the best ever, right? They wouldn't say it publicly, but um, but I think what my problem with him and this camp is, you're taking away from other players in order to prop you up.
He
Like,
don't
and
care,
I think
man. He don't care.
yeah,
He all dude. This dude, bro.
it's nasty
This
work.
is this is something demonic I ain't never seen, bro. Like this is something like you read about like in the Bible, like for real. Like I ain't never seen like, bro.
It's a push,
Like
bro. But I think it's bigger. It's bigger than just him. It's a push by all the top media industries as well. So, like, if it was just him, it wouldn't really be a thing. It'd be like you can ignore him. He just talking shit. But everybody involved. When you start seeing the propaganda, like this fool on ESPN still had this nigga, like, they're trying to say he was the best player in the league today. So
he still, I still think got a lot to do with him controlling the media because they still make so much money off this dude still because you know the Lakers and him and his name and his fans and they still make a lot of money off him. So he's able to control. You know,
Yeah.
it's just
Propaganda
like that.
should be illegal. It should be illegal in the United States, man. We went to war
Like,
over that shit. We went to World War II over propaganda, and so it's like that shit shouldn't even be allowed, bro. This shit is crazy.
yeah, man, it's like something I ain't never seen, bro. Like, you got dudes making songs about him, and dudes talking about, I don't want $10 million. I want him to win two more rings, a tie of Jordan, and pass Kobe, and it's just illogical stuff, man. Like, what the hell, bro? Like,
And
That's
this
people
is
what
like,
LeBron does.
people placate to him though too. Like they placate and they pretend with him, and it's like, yo, why aren't we getting the truth? And it's not like some things is opinion, it's opinionated, right? But like some things is just facts, man. Like we have to act like this dude's a great mid range scorer, and it's like, dude, this like he's not. Why we have to lie? Like, and people expect us to lie, and they be like, oh well, no, you just hating, bro. We're watching the games. He's not the he's not on that tier. And it's not nothing a knock on him. It just is what it is. We're evaluating basketball.
whatever,
LeBron just
man.
can't handle the truth. LeBron, he needs everything to be about himself. The moment the narrative drift to someone, he gets mad.
Yeah.
That's the LeBron way.
And then you know what they expect from me, Kelvin? They expect a lot of Kobe fans to just sit back and not say nothing. Then when we get involved and we speak up for Kobe, they attack us. They go harder at Kobe. It's like, dude, we're not gonna let you just sit
Bro,
here and take away from this man's
it, it,
legacy.
it,
Hey,
all
no,
right.
with no
And,
respect.
and then, if you stand up and say something, like Whitlock said, oh, y'all idol worshiping, y'all some sheep or some shit. Like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, man, just because somebody a fan and respect what they did, respect their craft, y'all niggas acting like Kobe was a scrub. That's really how they act.
They act
They
like he
acting,
was he was
and
Rip
and
Hamilton
then
or something.
and then they so biased. Like on my channel under my name, I got that game 7. Some of the comments are just like so ridiculous. Like, dude,
You mean the
how are you
commentators?
watching it? How are you watching this game and still talking about Kobe was selfish? Like, what the hell are you looking at? Are you watching the game, bro?
Oh,
Like,
let me plug myself real quick because I worked hard on this video, and I appreciate you uploading it. Let me plug myself. Okay,
yeah, go
y'all.
ahead, man.
At Kobe Bryant Film Room, right? I'm the only person in the world who broke down that Suns game 7. They say Kobe quit. I broke the whole day thing down to an elementary level, bro. A fucking kid will see what happened, what truly happened in that series, the way I break it down. And you got people in the comments on Kelvin's comments. They probably didn't even watch the shit. To be
And
honest
I,
with you, they probably just
yeah,
ran over there to comment because what one thing I realized about a lot of these dudes, Kelvin, is that a lot of these dudes they need Kobe to fail. Like they need that narrative because they want to use it towards the GOAT debate. They
right,
need that, even if it's not true, they're still willing to say the shit. It's
right.
loser shit, bro. It's loser shit.
And just like, bro, like, but whatever, man. Whoever listening, the powers that be, bro, you ain't gonna stop me from feeling how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I respect Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, top 5. For me, Michael Jordan, the GOAT. Kobe Bryant film room. He think Kobe Bryant the GOAT. Bruh, I'm
I
firm.
got
You ain't, or
Kelvin.
whoever you think the GOAT.
I got I got I,
I can't speak for you.
I
I'm
got
speaking for
Kobe and Mike. I got them on the same tier. And
right.
then I got if I said because somebody asked me, they pressed me on it, right? They said, "Man, you got to choose one." I said, "Well, I'm a Laker fan, so for I watched Kobe's whole career, so I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
go with my guy." You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna always go with my guy. So
Fine.
that's just it. But I look
So
at basketball. I look at basketball differently. Like I look at it as who mastered the game. Like if you mastered the game, then I put you on that level. because he had no holes, he had no
Mm,
deficiencies. So in my opinion, you can't just win championships and think you can win 7 championships. That don't make you Michael Jordan. What made Michael Jordan was his passion for the game, the intangibles for the game, the will to win, the skill level, the surreal skill level, by the way, and just his deep knowledge and mastery of the fundamentals. So if you don't have that, I don't care what you do. You're not the greatest player of all time. The GOAT should be able to teach a class on all aspects of basketball.
facts. So
And
so
Kobe had
whoever
this.
here, hey,
Kobe
I
had
know
this
they be.
mentality. Oh, you
Go,
can
go
go ahead.
ahead, bro.
Now
No, I
Kobe
was
had
just gonna
this strong.
say, it's just a PSA to because they be listening. I know they be listening to the videos. Again, I don't care what size channel you are. Them big channels and mainstream people, they come down here, they be listening. So it's a PSA to all y'all LeBron fans and Kobe haters and Jordan haters. Bro, you ain't changing my mind. You're not. Ain't nothing you gonna do to stop me. I don't care. You can suppress the views, whatever. I ain't tripping. But you ain't changing my mind. I ain't finna go debate on nobody's channel or nothing. I seen what I seen. I'm a little bit older than y'all. I grew up, I seen Michael Jordan from the mid 80s. You can't tell me what I seen growing up. Period. And LeBron ain't it. He not. He ain't nowhere close to Jordan or Kobe. So that's it for me, man. You know. So
But
whoever listening out there in the internet world, this is me, Kelvin, speaking. Ain't nothing happening this way, bro. Nothing. So that's it. Go ahead, man.
I think also to add on to your point, I think it's even bigger than Mike and Kobe. But I think they're trying to rearrange the history of the league, man, because Wilt Chamberlain archive, he's not the type of dude who goes after people, right? He makes his content and he doesn't engage in nonsense, right? But there's been so much slander against the older generations as well that he felt compelled to stand up. And so the thing is that I see that type of stuff, and even when I did a reaction to, I think it was Bob Cousy, the Bob Cousy reaction. No, it was what's his name, Dolph Shays.
That was a
I
good
did,
video. Yeah.
yeah, I did a reaction to Dolph Shays, and I tried to break it down, and he came through. He showed me love, but we got to understand he can't say the things that we can say. He can't go that far. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Because at the end of the day he has to remain, he has to keep a certain decorum about him.
right.
You know what I mean? A certain level of grace about him. But we can, and that's why I do reactions to his video, because I'll do a little bit of the cursing. I call just to poke at him a little bit. I make certain type of jokes and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
the stuff about Willis Reed is nasty work.
Wait, what
Just
did they say about Willis Reed?
yeah,
That nigga out here.
bro.
I think that's an old video clip though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It don't matter when it was. That's disrespectful, man. Willis Reed was a beast, bro. Like, but go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro.
It was a dog, man. And that's how he should be remembered, right? See, one thing people forget is that, and I said this a couple of times on my channel, is that these guys, every NBA player is playing for their legacy. The legacy is how you will be remembered after you're gone. So we can't let nobody shit on everything that Willis Reed accomplished, bro. Period. Because he worked hard for that. You don't take that away. You don't come back years later and take that from him. That's man shit, bro. You don't do
Right.
that. That's wrong. And so it's not just Kobe, it's not just Mike, it's all of them. You don't take that away. We all have our personal biases. Somebody might be a Michael Jordan guy, somebody might be a LeBron guy, somebody might be a Kobe guy. But you don't take away from the older generation, especially when you're eating off of them. You don't do that. And I'm not going to let nobody do that.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro. The other dude.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Now my thing is like my problem with these LeBron fans is like, if you think that he's the GOAT, like at least explain why he's the GOAT. Like, don't tear down the players from the older generation to make himself look great. Like, that's my only issue with LeBron fans and some other fan base in general. Like, Steph Curry is my favorite player, but I wouldn't I wouldn't even want to diss the old guys like that. Like, I'm just appreciating Steph's greatness. And when I see the media outlets trying to say put Steph over Kobe, it's like, nah, I can't do that. Like I can't accept that because Kobe is great and Steph is great in their own right, and I don't want that to be compared. Like, they are two different
But
players.
that but that doesn't mean like listen, I'm not sensitive, right?
Hmm.
You can compare players, right? Like if Steph is better than Kobe, then I don't expect people to not say it. If you know what I'm saying, if that's what
Like,
they watch.
my
But
thing is like, if
but a
you're like the
lie,
Mhm.
but you can't lie on Kobe in order to elevate Steph.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's
Like
bullshit.
my
That's the
thing
stuff I
is
fight
like
against.
my thing is like, some people say LeBron's the go right. Like, I I I mean, I don't get mad at these 20-year-olds or like those younger kids who feel that way because they never really seen like Jordan or Kobe. But if you're like 35 and older and you've seen Kobe and Jordan's greatness, I'm like, I'm looking at you like, really? Because you've seen Jordan and Kobe's, like, some of them seen like fully seen like Kobe and Jordan's greatness, and then if they say LeBron's the god, it's like, you mean to tell me LeBron is better than those two? Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like,
Yeah, I think that a lot of these guys haven't seen Kobe play. I think a lot of these
I only seen the end, so I can't speak too much of
I-
Kobe.
bro, I think a lot of people went to sleep on the West Coast and didn't watch Kobe play. Like the things that they say, it lets me know they didn't watch him play. Because if you watch Kobe play, bro, there's no way you could get away with these people can get away with the shit that they be saying, especially with the clickbait, hot takes, nonsense that people be saying out here. There's no way you can get away with that. And I think that a lot of people speaking on the game today didn't even watch a lot of the games.
I think it goes to in the East Coast. Like, for me, it's like my final year of high school. I went to like East Coast, so I still stay up late to watch my games. But
Hmm.
for like most people in the East Coast, I don't think they have time to watch because they have a lot of work to do. And then next day is like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning to wake up. So I can see that. But it's like, my only problem with them is like, just don't disrespect the player like that.
You know what happens when you don't watch this stuff and you speak about it? You know what should happen?
What's that?
You should shut the fuck up. If you never watched it, you shouldn't
Right.
speak on stuff you ain't been watching. And we have a lot of fans who's playing today, or talking today as if they watched it, but they didn't. A lot of these guys are in their 20s. A lot of these guys don't even have the experience of knowing the history of chronological events. And see, this is one thing that I respect about Kelvin. Like Kelvin says, he speaks a lot about how he was there, right? Nothing beats being there, right? Nothing. Because you remember the commentary, you remember the narratives at those times, you remember the historical context of each event. And one thing what these guys try to do, see, we watched history going forward, they watch history backwards, so
Mm.
they don't get the context. And when you in the room with guys who watch this shit going forward, then you have to listen to these people. You don't have to believe everything they say. You can fact check them, but you got to at least give them the floor and shut the hell up.
And see, and that's very key because when it, going back and watching something, it's not the same as living it. I made a video about this a long time ago, and this is so true. Like you
Oh
said, I
yeah,
can
what
speak on my, huh?
I watched that video where you're talking about like watching the games back is not like the same.
Yeah, it's different. Like I can't. Like I did a video about this a long time ago. I can go on YouTube and watch a Muhammad Ali fight, and I can see, yeah, he was great, but it ain't like if I was there when he was fighting in the '60s and '70s. You know, my mind can't compute where when he boxed, he shut the world down. Everybody got around their radio, wasn't no cars on the street. It was like COVID. Like my mind can't really wrap around, can't comprehend that. Yes, I can see the talent on the TV screen. Yes, I can watch Thriller Manila and whatever fight and see his great talent, but it wasn't like living it and being there. You know what I'm saying? Those people that lived during that time and got the full experience of Muhammad Ali, that's why they say he the greatest.
Yep.
And so I can't make that claim. I wasn't there. I could just see, yeah, he was a great fighter, but I wasn't there. I wasn't around. It was before my time. And so it's the same thing with them. Bro, you can't speak on Michael Jordan or early Kobe if you didn't live it. You was born in the year 2000. You can't speak on Kobe in 2001. You wasn't there. You was just a baby. You know what I'm
They speak with
saying?
confidence too.
Right. All you
They try
seen
to
was
be.
Kobe last 2 or 3 years when you was about 15 years old
That was
when the
me. That
Lakers
that's why I
sucked.
don't. That's why I don't speak too much on Kobe because I didn't watch the earlier part, so I can't say nothing. I just listen to y'all.
And
I only
then
watched the ending.
they try to be the authority too when they having these
Right.
conversations. They try
And
to
then
they try
all
to
it
run
and
it.
then and then they go and just read a box score. And this is what I hate. Oh man, this is annoying me. They talk about Kobe those last 3 years when they went to the finals, '08 to 2010. They start
Mhm.
talking about, oh man, Andrew Bynum, he was the best center in the league. And
What?
all that little type of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I,
bro, you don't know nothing about the season. You wasn't there. You didn't live it. You reading the box score. They expose anybody that say that, they expose themselves.
You know what's
Period.
funny about that?
You know what I'm
They'll
saying?
say that. They'll say that, but then they'll shit on Chris Bosh. It's like, yo, Andrew Bynum averaged 6 points, my nigga.
Right.
But you'll
They don't
shit
they
on
don't
Chris.
even know. They don't even know that Andrew Bynum those 3 years was hurt all 3 years. And it
Mhm.
was pretty much a non-factor. They want to talk about, oh, he had one of the best big men in the league. Like, what are you talking about? You expose yourself. You
They think
reading
of
a box.
they
You know what
think
I'm saying?
about
You reading it.
2012. They think about 2012 Andrew Bynum.
Right. That's 20. They just reading box scores. And I was like, bro,
Yeah, they try to apply things that don't apply, man. It's like, yeah, Lamar Odom won 6 man a year. No, he didn't. Not those championship years he did it. He was a great 6 man now, but he didn't win that award the championship years. He did not. Go back and look at the facts. But they don't want to hear the facts. They're so fixated on the GOAT debate that it's driving a lot of these dudes crazy.
then look, let me say this. I don't have no problem with nobody if they feel like LeBron is the GOAT. If that's what you feel, that's what you feel. That's you. But they get fight mad if you don't agree with them. I'm not playing. I'm talking about this reason why I do not debate with anybody in person. If I run across a younger person, they start talking about basketball, and I see they're a LeBron fan or whatever, they start getting emotional. All right, bro, you got it. And they be doing that online. They get all emotional. Like, bro, you can't make me feel like you about LeBron. I just don't feel that way. He ain't shit to me, man. Yes, I seen his whole career. He don't move me like that. So leave me alone. But they get really angry. Bro, Shannon Sharp is ridiculous. He be getting fighting mad when somebody don't agree that
Hey,
LeBron is
Chris,
the GOAT.
pull up, Chris.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like
Drop the link. That's my
that
homeboy in
that
the chat. My fault, Kelvin.
yeah, yeah. I'm just like, bro, You can't force me. No, I'm not from the debate you. I don't care nothing about no stats. I don't care nothing about Kobe field goal percentage. I don't care nothing about no 1-9, Scottie Pippen. Y'all talking about plumbers, whatever. No, no, LeBron, no. He not in my top 10. Leave me alone, bro. That's that.
But the thing is ignorant because whenever we try and talk about it's getting to the point where we can't talk about basketball. Like we have to have a fantasy conversation and we can't just talk about the game. Like when we break down on the court, like they want to read off stats, and that's cool too. You can do that, but let's talk about on the footage, the film, what a player can and can't do. That's going to dictate how
Mm.
they're defended. That's going to dictate how they move on the court. That's going to dictate. That's going to dictate what's ran for them from the coach. So like when you can have those percentages and all that, but the percentages should lead to winning. If it ain't leading to winning, that's the whole purpose of stats. You accrue these stats on your path to winning, your path to dominance. You know what I'm saying? You at least you should. Hey, I got my homeboy Chris, man.
Oh, it's Chris.
We used to play ball together, grew up
Can y'all
together.
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
What's up?
What's up?
Chilling.
Yeah.
What you got?
You know, talking about LeBron.
No, well, we just talking about the media narratives and all this stuff, man, and how they're trying to pretty much rewrite history. Now, LeBron is a part of the conversation because they're doing it on his behalf. But it's just the media in general, just trying to take away from the legends and of the game and saying Mike and Kobe were trash and they weren't all that. They ain't play nobody.
Well, you know, bro, like LeBron can't meet the standard. So if you can't meet the standard, you gotta change the standard. That's all that's happening. That's why you know what I'm saying? It's crazy they talking about the foundation of winning, which is winning is the foundation of every sport, rather you talking about soccer, tennis. You know what I'm saying? You identify greats by winning. Now they questioning the foundation of sports itself, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like you play to win, bro. Like I don't know what they be talking about. Mhm. It's crazy talk, man. Crazy
Crazy.
talk.
I remember, man, growing up, your coach would tell you, like, if you're sitting there worried about your individual stats, you would get punished for that shit, bro. Like, you're supposed to be doing everything you're doing on the court and to win the game. Now, you would look at your stats, of course, like after the game or something like that, but like during the game, like
Oh yeah,
sit-
LeBron did that. I was
sitting there,
laughing.
but I mean, just sitting there crunching everything and you losing. You know what I'm saying? You do what the team needs you to do. So stats are always supposed to be used within context of the framework of the team. How is this team designed? This team's supposed to be designed and if you hold the ball, like think about it, your usage rate. If you have a high usage rate, you're supposed to have a lot of stats. You're supposed to have big numbers. So I don't get this like this whole uh stats over winning. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up.
That's LeBron stupid. Like, man, from the time you start playing sports at whatever age, 7, 8, 5, you go out there and practice and do all the drills and everything to do what? To be better so that you can do what? Win the damn game. You want to perform the best you can to do what? Win. Like, like what LeBron? What he talking about? It's stupid, bro. Like,
You you
I,
you know what's crazy? They call
like,
Mike and Kobe selfish, but this is selfish. Think about it. You're asking us to not include rings and just go off MVPs. That's selfish. You asking us to not just don't include the team aspect of the game and just talk about your individual number. That's selfish. That's the definition of being selfish. And
No,
one thing, they call Kobe a ball hog, right? But he doesn't hold the ball as long as LeBron do. When you call, he's calling him a ball. It doesn't make no damn sense. It don't make no damn.
Then,
No,
and then
LeBron, bro, is not stupid, bro. He doing, and he said he's actually said that this ain't the first time he said this. He actually said this when the Nuggets won, and he was sitting at the it was after the
Oh, you mean the fake retirement?
post game when the Nuggets won. He got up there talking about it's just basketball, and I'm like, bro, you. This is the thing about LeBron. He's being disingenuous because it's like, bro, now rings don't matter, but you spent your whole career, you know, getting the best rosters to get these rings. You know what I'm saying? Like this man literally has had the best roster out of anybody. If you go through like rosters and careers, yet he accomplished the least. You see what I'm saying? So it's like now rings don't matter, but you weren't saying that when you was with Miami, bro. I watched this dude have a full blown concert. You know what I'm saying? Like he talking about 6, 7 rings and all this stuff, and then he goes to Cleveland, gets Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love. Then he goes to the Lakers. He gets Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony. He gets Luka. He still ain't get the job done. Now rings don't matter. It's like, come on, bro. Like you being
And,
disingenuous.
and even when you
Right,
bring up
man.
that footage, and this is the cognitive dissonance that we dealing with, right? Even if you bring up that footage of the whole parade and them on stage and all that shit, you know what his fans will say? They'll say, "Oh, well, he didn't. He was. It was tongue in cheek. He didn't really. He was just joking." And then, like the very next sentence after he says, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five," the very next sentence he says, "And I really mean that." They ignore that shit. Like,
Bro, joking or not, man, anybody that's played basketball competitively know. Like when he said that, I already knew what it was. I said, oh, they're gonna be gunning for him. Anybody that play basketball competitively, whether you joking or whatever, dude's gonna hear that on the court. They're gonna take it serious. And now we gunning for you. You know what I'm saying? Like you think this? Oh, this dude think he gonna get 6, 7 rent? Nah, bro. We gonna see. You know what I mean? Like,
man,
I don't even know why he said that. like what's
cause
his like
he
agenda?
an idiot.
oh, he said
LeBron
that
just
because
a
he had
great.
D-Wade and Chris Bosh on his side.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He was feeling good. He thought it was gonna be easy.
he
He
knew he had
found
an
out
easy
real.
run and he was in the East. That's why he said it.
He found out real quick when they played the Mavericks. It ain't that
Yeah,
easy,
man.
dog.
and
And
it's crazy. It's crazy because like when you when we were watching him, when I started watching him when we first got in the league, I said, "Yo, this dude is incredible." I said he's balling. He finna take over after Kobe leaves. He like this about to be like his show. Like I think all of us would have stepped aside and and gave him props, right? But when you hear these guys talk, like they talk like they want to tear down competition, they want to diminish winning. Like winning isn't everything. Like don't get me wrong. Like we're not gonna say that Pau Gasol's better than Charles Barkley. Like no one's gonna say that stupid shit. But it's a combination of both. It's a combination of individual play and winning. So like when you combine the two, that's where you elevate people, right? And there's nothing wrong with that because deep down in these players' minds, they already know who's better based on skill set. They already know what this nigga can do and what this nigga can't do, and that's basically all it is. So like when like even when I'm evaluating like his older games, I had people get mad at me because I said LeBron became a better shooter as even like now he's way better than he was when he used to play. That's a fact, right? But then what they'll try and do is say, "See, LeBron can shoot." They'll go to a game in 2005 and say, "See, look, he could shoot because he got hot one game." It's like, dude, like Bro, we watch we watch how defenses guard. Why are we lying about obvious shit? Why are you
Man,
trying to brainwash me when I got the film in full time in real time, bro?
but
And the thing about LeBron is most of the time defenders will leave him open, like especially at the 3 point line. Like
bro,
this,
if anybody debating whether LeBron was a better shooter back then than he is now, you an idiot. Like LeBron couldn't shoot at all when he first came in the league, bro. He's a much better shooter. He's still not great, but he's much improved than what he
he's
was
just
when he was young.
streaky right now
Right. He's very
than he used to be.
he's a very streaky, but he still has improved a lot as a shooter, but he's still not a great shooter.
When
But early on, he couldn't shoot at all. He was just a freak athlete. That's all he was, man.
Kelvin, when this nigga was shooting 40% and he was shooting good from the three that year, they said he was on par with Steph Curry. They say, yo, this dude is better.
Oh my god, yeah, I saw that. Oh my. Wait, I got something.
I said, yo, this shit is unreal. This nigga's like the Easter bunny to these niggas. No, he's like Santa Claus to these niggas.
And you know what was worse? Rich Paul came on set. I don't know which podcast it was. He said Rich Paul himself. I can shoot better than Steph, Dame, or whoever. It was Clay or
Cat.
something. I'm like, you kidding? Oh my god.
I wouldn't even say Kobe could shoot better than Steph Curry. Like, cause it's not true. Kobe could get hot where he kind of looks like Curry on some nights, but bro, on a regular basis, he's not Curry. It's dumb because then they'll get mad and they'll want to debate the percentages. It's like, dude, he's not Curry. Like I don't know how else to put this to you. Look, I don't know.
I'm
I don't know
sorry,
what you
bro.
want.
LeBron fans got the lowest basketball intelligence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dog. They just do, bro. All they do is repeat Nick Wright and Shannon Sharp. And Shannon Sharp, a goddamn football player, bro. He don't even know nothing about basketball like that,
And
man.
my thing with Nick Wrong is, and he the biggest Kobe fan like back in the days. Then he suddenly switched up.
Nah, I just think he's a grifter, bro. He
Was
goes
he a
with the
grifter or was
flow.
he
He goes
just-
with who's hot at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of these dudes go with who's hot at the time. They grifters, man. He ain't no Kobe fan. You can't trash
Yeah,
Kobe.
Lou. I'm looking at the comments. Lou is right. Yeah. LeBron never be able to guard all five positions. I seen somebody video today. They was showing where LeBron was trying to guard all five positions. They was cooking him. I was like,
Man.
that's the biggest
You're
lie.
not putting LeBron at center, bro. I was just talking to somebody at the basketball court about this literally like 2 days ago because they said the same stuff talking about he can ground out five. I said, bro, if you go back and you watch LeBron, when they played against like the Embiids and the Giannis's, he set the game out, bro. That man's not guarding you. You put that man at the five position, he gonna get tore up, man. I don't know what dudes be talking about. Like,
If he can guard all five, why in 2009 when Dwight Howard was cooking them? I mean, Dwight Howard destroyed Cleveland in 2009. Why he ain't guard Dwight Howard if he can guard all five positions?
yeah, nah.
Because Dwight Howard
I
absolutely killed them that series.
seen Kobe go down there and guard Dwight a couple of times. I mean, he can't guard Dwight, but he tried. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen the effort was there to get in battle down with the bigs, man. They don't give him no credit for that though.
But if you think about it, there's not a player that can guard all five positions consistently, bro. Like,
I would
you know
say
what I'm saying?
Rodman can.
Hey, yeah, maybe Rodman. But I'm saying it's like rare. It's rare and few. It's few and far between. Like you know what I mean? Like, because
Are
there's
you
other
talking about these
factors.
undersized players that could guard all five positions?
But maybe Rodman might have trouble with these faster guards though nowadays.
But that's why I said it's different attributes for each position. So it's like, how do you? I might be a good guard at shooting guard, but then at some point, like reality sets in where you might have a 7-foot center. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a good guard. I might get a couple blocks on him, but to consistently guard this dude throughout the duration of the game is not. It's like, yeah, that's not realistic. Like,
And he is versatile defensively. The only
yeah,
problem is that the cap, right? It's like a half true statement, right? Can he guard theoretically he can guard all five positions, right? But but how much do you see him dominate those five positions? Like for example, if you're getting cooked, then you know what I'm saying? Like you might have some victories every now and then, but you're not gonna consistently guard point guards like that as a guy his size. When those smaller guards see him, bro, when they see bigger players, they think about just cooking them.
who could cook them?
Yeah, you gonna get cooked. Even with Kobe, right? Uh when he guarded the smaller guards, they gave him fits because like even Mike, like because it's dude, they're naturally quicker, they're naturally more shifty, they're harder to guard. You're a bigger player, you know.
I'm reading the comments. Sierra said Draymond said he can go out all five.
Not
Draymond's a
consistent.
very versatile defender. People,
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
know,
Like
yeah.
I give Draymond his props, but nah, dog, you
if
ain't
he
guard
goes
no
with like
Shaq.
nah, he not guarding
Yeah,
Shaq.
I
He
don't
not
think
guarding.
he's good guarding the five, bro.
You ain't
he
guarding
could get
Like if
Shaq.
you
away
say
with it
if you
in
say in
today's game.
today's game, I can see it, but like that 210s or like 220 is okay. But if you say like the 90s, 2000s, nah, he can't because like those
Duncan would
guys are
have
bigger.
50. Duncan would have
Those
50.
Yeah,
guys
he
were
ain't guarding Duncan.
like like
So like,
the fours and fives. I think back then was like bigger than than Draymond.
cause
Like Draymond would get eaten up.
like Draymond this year in the playoffs against Houston, he did good on
Yeah, he's
Sagoon, or whatever his name is. But Sagoon ain't Shaq, dog. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
Sengun
yeah.
got a long way to go.
But
But
see,
Draymond did a
that's
good job, man. I can't
he's a
take nothing away from
very Draymond is one of the greatest defenders of all time. Like you got to give him his props. Now, is he top 10? No, but he's
him.
one
Right.
of the greatest defenders to ever play. But when we talk about like switching, yeah, you could do that in today's game, but it
Right.
depends on the era. Like you're
Yeah,
not doing that shit in the 2000s. You're not
nah.
switching on to these bigger players in the 90s, these
Nah.
Hakeem Olajuwon, the David Robinsons, the
Nah,
Patrick Ewings. You're not
Nah.
doing that shit. So in
None.
today's era, you could switch, you could play small ball and all that, but bro, and think about this, right? The conversation that we had about Draymond guarding Shaq was hilarious, bro. Like
That's ignorant.
remember when that topic
That's
came up?
ignorant.
That shit,
Shaq was like, hell no, I'll barbecue chicken, and he said, don't even bring up Bogut.
Shaq would
It's-
destroy that nigga, dog. It
When
wouldn't even
when
be funny.
uh when Golden State played Denver, do he be guarding Jokic? I know
Not the
Sometimes,
whole
sometimes.
game.
sometimes he did a decent job, but you Jokic ain't Shaq.
Jokic ain't
Jokic
Shaq.
ain't.
Like Joker will get his points, but when it comes to like when he tries to go against Draymond, he did a decent job on him. Like at times Joker like he having a hard time like getting a shot at him, but he'll still cook Draymond. So it's like he's a great player.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Joker will cook Draymond different. It's two different play styles. Joker will cook Draymond like a fundamental way. Shaq is like pure
Oh,
dominance. Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
pure
yeah.
like
power, bro.
bro. Shaq is gonna look. They're gonna know what time it is from the first two plays of the game with Shaq. They're
You might
gonna
get hurt guarding Shaq, bro.
they gonna know what time it is. Hey Shaq, hey, you know it's funny. The smaller you are, the more vicious Shaq gets.
Yeah.
So like, if he see a small nigga, that's disrespectful to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna punish a nigga.
That's how it's supposed to be, though. That's what we were talking about the power forwards of the day, bro. And like you watch them, and if they got a smaller defender on them, they opt for the jump shot, and it's like, bro, why you not just backing them
Check.
down, like dunking on
Yeah.
them? You know what I'm saying? Or your body giving them body. It's like you want to settle for the mid range. It's like, nah, man, you got a small defender on you. Like that, you should look at that as an insult. You know what I mean?
Yep. Cat is notorious for that. Cat be
Yeah,
out there floating in that 3-point line. I'm like, dog, Go down to the block. What are you doing, man?
I mean,
So
I got
Cat
Steve,
is
no problem with the 3 point line. It's just like at times, like especially against the Pacers, I felt like he didn't even like attempt to get to the rim. Like I felt like you shooting way too much many threes. Like almost every possession needs to be at the paint.
and you
Because
know,
Miles
Yeah,
Steve,
man.
Turner can't even guard like Cat at the post. Like he's having hard
Nah,
time.
right. Every time he went down to the block, Cat would be killing Miles Turner. Cat be
yeah,
out there on that 3 point line shooting threes. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, bro?
yeah.
And I was like, dog, Miles Turner can't guard no Cat. Like, I mean, he would do a serviceable job, but dog, he'll get bullied. It's like, just get to the rim. Like, it's like the true fundamentals of the game has been taken away. It's like we start shooting all these threes. Like,
Yeah,
sure,
it's stupid basketball, man.
like, sure, he's a good 3 point shooter, but you need to get as a big, like, if you're a big man, you need to get the ball to the post.
Yeah, but I think the analytics department that they deal with, I think they're the reason why these players are shooting a lot of threes. I don't think these players want to shoot this many
And
threes.
it's not just the threes, the betting lines and everything. Like
I
that
think they're
plays a
being told to
factor.
do it.
Like those betting lines, it's hard for me to watch games, the 220s, because I can tell like what's a good game and a bad game. Like I can tell if they're actually playing ball or not.
Yeah.
Like of course, the game is rigged up, but it's like at least I can watch good basketball. But right now it's like I can't even watch good basketball. Like when I watch Indiana or OKC, I actually enjoy watching those two teams play, especially Indiana.
Yeah,
The
but
Celt- I tell you, the
They play the
Celtics too,
old style.
man.
Oh man, Celtics the dumbest team.
They play dumb basketball too, man.
Celtics should be like the thing with the
Oh
Celtics
man,
is they should be winning three chips by now, and it's like
yeah,
the only
man.
thing
Celtics.
stopping them is started jacking up these threes. It's like
This group of
Yeah.
the Celtics is the dumbest Celtics team in their history. The Celtics traditionally have been a very smart teams all throughout their lineage, going back to Bill Russell. This group of Celtics,
nah.
Jalen Brown and them, they dumb. They always play dumb, man. And they are talented, man.
You said about them like back in what 2018 when they jacked up like dumb threes.
Bro, go back and watch that game 7 when they was playing against Cleveland and they bricked all them threes and gave that game away to LeBron.
And the
It
Rockets
started
did it
right
the
there.
next day. And then the Rockets did the next night.
Right. I was like,
Like I
this
was
the
like,
dumbest.
well, I really thought my team was gonna lose that game 7, and then once they started jacking up threes, I'm like, keep jacking up threes, keep doing it, because it's like I'm like, you you just gonna give us the game?
I think it's Missoula, man. I think it's just the way they're coached. Like he wants them to
Yeah.
give up a whole bunch of shots. It's like, but dude, if they miss, what happens when they miss? Then the other team's gonna run down the. You go against Indiana, bro. They get up points.
That's how.
Dude, like they get up buckets, bro. Like why would you try to trade buckets with a team that you got great defenders on your squad? So use them, get stops, and just make the right play. You know what I'm saying? Like get the best shot available.
It's dumb to shoot that many threes, especially if you're going against a team that's good on the fast break. Because when you shoot that many threes, the ball's going to ricochet far. And then before you know it, you got a team that's running the ball down the court. And if they're good at the fast break, they're going to kill you every time, especially if your defense ain't up to par to stop the fast break. So it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like when the if you go back, you watch when the Spurs played against the Golden State because they knew they were good at the fast break. What did they do? They slowed the game down, which is what you're supposed to do.
Bro,
You're not. It's stupid to go shot for shot against a team that's good at fast break and can shoot like Golden State or something.
the
You want to play like
Spurs are probably the most disciplined team in NBA history
Oh, that's
because
easy. That's not even.
like back in the 2000s, bro, when you were down, you could be down 10 against the Spurs. Most likely you weren't coming back. Them dudes took care of the ball. They don't beat themselves. You have to beat them. And like they make you
Right.
pay. Like when you make mistakes
Yeah.
against San Antonio, I'm talking about the Tim Duncan Spurs. They make you
Yeah.
pay.
Oh yeah.
you you might lose the championship if you make a couple of mistakes down the stretch.
Absolutely. And then another thing with the three is if you hot for a quarter or whatever, like Boston was, and they get up 20, but when you start missing and jacking up all those threes, the other team can come back quick, like the Knicks did. We come be down 20 and come back in one quarter
And that's
because they
how I knew.
jacking up all them threes, man. Like
And that's how I knew Indiana was gonna beat the Knicks the next round. I'm like, dog, Indiana is not gonna blow like 2 games of like 20 plus lead consistently like Boston did. It's like that's not happening.
But do y'all think it's like y'all think the coaches of the teams are being pressured? Because something's off, man. I'm like something ain't making sense. You know what I'm
Analytics.
saying? Like it's just basketball can't be that stupid. You see what I'm saying? Like
It's betting.
Nah, they being forced to
man,
do it, bro. They being forced to play that way because, like, I remember an interview. Josh, wait, was it an interview? It was Josh Smith speaking on this, and he said, "Man, I wanted to do other aspects of the game, and they were telling me, hey, I need you to shoot threes. Like they walk up to these players and tell them, hey, I want you to. This is gonna be your role, and you have to play your role, otherwise you're not gonna be in the league. You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of these players, they're just doing what the coaching staff and these guys are telling them to do, and it makes them look bad. But I think that like it's the analytics, like they're looking at percentages and say, hey, look, if we get up this many threes, they can't beat us. And that works in theory, but what happens when you don't? What happens when you miss those threes? Then what? You know? So it's sad. It's sad, man.
that's why I don't like the analytics. Because I'm like anybody that's played basketball. Basketball is more than analytics. It's way more than analytics, man. They gonna turn basketball into some type of math equation, and it's like, bro, basketball don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't work like that, man. You know?
Accidental basketball. That's what Kobe called it. There's no structure. There's no plan. Just shoot shots. Nobody knows when they get in the ball. When the ball's gonna swing their way is random, right?
That's
There's no
crazy.
there's no structure, right? So when there's no structure, that's when you're gonna suffer down the stretch in the clutch. There's no direction. There's just hey, wherever this ball lands, that's who's gonna get the shot. And if the star doesn't have the ball at the end of the games, you're doing the other team a favor. You're taking them off the hook. That's what makes superstars superstars. Is that I'm able to take this game over and take it home and close the deal.
yep.
I think it's too though
Analytics.
that these players are mentally weak. A lot of those guys are starting to. I'm starting to realize a lot of them don't want that. Don't want to have that role. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that role. Cause like when you start, and that's the problem with worrying about analytics. That's why Mike and Kobe didn't worry about analytics. Cause if you're gonna have that mentality where I'm gonna take over this game, you can't be counting your numbers, bro. Like you're not thinking about counting your numbers. You think about winning the game. But if you sitting there, man, I shot this many shots, like LeBron does. I shot this many shots. I don't want to mess up my shooting percentage. You know what I'm saying? Now mentally, you done checked out.
Well,
And that's what
when you watch Kobe play, right? A lot of times he's getting the ball late in the shot clock, and people are like, "Oh, he shoots bad shots." Yeah, motherfucker. When the ball go, when his teammates can't score, and the ball ends up going to him because he's the best scorer on the team, and he's got 5 seconds to shoot the ball, he has to go up with some wild, crazy shot. They say, "Oh, why do you take that shot, motherfucker? There's 5 seconds on the clock." Then, then on top of that, when he has to shoot the half court shot going into the at the end of the quarter. A lot of dudes don't take that shot, so they conserve their percentages, right? So when people talk about efficiency, it's like I'd rather a dude take that chance. It's almost like talking to a girl, right? You're never gonna get her number if you don't ask, right? So if you don't ask, you're at 100%. right? Rejection rate. You've never been rejected. You could say that, right? I've never been rejected. Yeah, you never took a shot. So the thing is that I'd rather somebody take a shot and get turned down than not take a shot at all. That's the whole point of basketball is that you take chances. It's a risk. It's high risk, high reward. You know what I'm saying? So Kobe took that shot to hit the shot going into the half that a lot of dudes want to take because they get paid based off their percentages. You know what
And
I'm
bro,
saying?
when is it? And LeBron also brought in this old field goal percentage efficiency talk. Like we never talked about efficiency growing up, man.
Nope.
Never, man.
Nope.
Yeah.
You know, when I was
Nobody
watching,
cared.
people never brought
Nobody
that.
cared about field goal percentage and
Nobody cared
efficiency.
about it. Yeah. Facts.
And
But you remember when he said he was efficient, right? After 2012. So like before then they were talking about well there was no space. We weren't shooting efficient because there was no space and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what Kobe had to deal with. And he had to win
right,
under those conditions. You didn't start becoming efficient until they started opening up the game. So when
right,
they talk about efficiency and all that stuff, you got to add that in. You didn't start doing all this 55% field goal percentage until they opened up the lane for you. Before that, you were around 48, and that's a
right.
fact.
But it's a stupid conversation because he's saying I'm efficient. Well, yeah, you're gonna be more efficient because you're attacking the lane. So if you take them and you compare them to somebody like Kobe who's shooting jump. Matter of fact, it ain't gotta be Kobe and LeBron. If I'm shooting jump shots and you're attacking the lane, more than likely you're gonna have a higher efficiency because you're attacking the lane versus me who's
Well,
shooting jump shots.
well,
See what I'm saying?
Kobe's efficient, and I'm gonna tell you why he's efficient because he could do the least amount of work to get a shot up. So that one dribble, two dribble pull up is the least amount of work. So that's efficiency right there. He's not working hard. He's getting to the line to score his points. Right now, towards the end, when he got all those injuries, he started working harder. Right, he was inefficient those last couple of years because the injury slowed him down. But Kobe, he don't have to put the ball on the floor to score. But people are looking at field goal percentage and saying, "Hey, that's what efficiency is." No, efficiency means I can get this shot off with the least amount of effort. And when you watch Kobe play, it's a one dribble, two dribble pull up. Sometimes he don't dribble. He just rises up over the defender. He gets the ball in the post, right? He gets in post position, catches the ball in the post, turn around fade. Easy work, right? That's efficiency. Inefficiency or like pretty much working hard is when you dribble, 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 drive, 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 dribble, 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 drive, drive, and you that's inefficiency because you're working so hard to get the shot.
Hmm.
And Kobe was efficient, man. People gotta put the context with his era, bro. Like all the scorers in that era were shooting about 43, 44, 45%. Everybody. Kobe, Paul Pierce, T Mac, Vince Carter. Everybody in that 2000 era that was a wing, that was shooting a lot of mid-range jump shots and posting up and stuff like that. They was all shooting around. And actually Kobe was one of the highest efficient guys during
Yeah.
that time. Even Ray Allen was shooting like 43, 44%. Ray Allen.
Hmm.
Most people consider him the second greatest shooter ever. And he was shooting like 43, 44, 45%. Like, you got to put in context the error also, man.
But think about it like this, right? I was listening to Chris Broussard. He was on ESPN, and he was saying Kobe never shot 47% from the field. I said, dude, he shot 46% for the whole decade of the 2000s. You going to sweat the man because he missed out on 1 percentage point of his arbitrary 1 percentage point that you made up?
But dog, it's a stupid conversation that grown men are having because at the end of the day, it's winning. And I think it was Larry Bird said it best when they asked him. Let's say, hey, who would you rather take, Kobe Bryant or LeBron James? He said, if you want to have fun, you play with LeBron James. If you want to win rings, you play with Kobe Bryant. It's as simple as that. So all these like little like percentages, I'm like, bro, what does that matter when we have the footage and we've seen what these guys do on the biggest stage and who gets the job done? That stuff is it's like, bro, what are we talking about? Like we
And,
already know.
Why
You know
would
what
you
I'm saying?
worry?
Like
and what? Go ahead. I was gonna say, what's the difference
Okay.
between 46 and 48, 49%? What? One missed shot a game? Like, come on, bro.
Hey,
One
bro,
missed
since
shot
there's
a
no
game.
mid-ish, the point is it's either a win or a loss.
Like, come on, man. The field goal percentage talk is so overrated, man. That shit is the
but it,
most. Man, come on, bro.
It, and
When,
but dog, it's
when,
stupid.
when, and how did you score? Was it impactful scoring? Did you score in the clutch? Did you score? Did your scoring help the team win? I don't give a damn about Kevin Durant shooting over 50% and they only won 35 games last year. I don't give a fuck. I'd
But
rather
dog,
have the
it's
dude that
stupid
shot
because we've seen the
44% and we
footage.
won 60 games. I don't give a fuck about Kevin Durant shooting over 50% and they ain't even make the damn playoffs. Who cares? Don't nobody give a damn, man. Give me the dude that shot 44% and we won 65 games. We in the finals. I don't. Okay. Like, who cares, man? It's the stupidest. Kevin Durant been the most efficient scorer in this modern era, and he ain't won nothing, man. Except on a few years with Golden State, he ain't done nothing since he left Golden State. Been
And I think
flaming out
that's
every year.
and, and and that's for me the efficiency, right, for KD. I think that's his biggest flaw because I feel like sometimes, especially down the stretch, I feel like he plays a bit too safe to me. Like I went back and watched like the 2016. Remember the game
Mm-hmm.
six? Like
Yeah,
I feel like remember how they would give the ball to Russ at times.
right.
I felt that KD should have just said, you know what, give me the damn ball and just move the hell out of the way. I'm taking this game over. Like I felt like KD and he had the type of dudes like a Kobe or Jordan's like, give me the ball, just give it to me, and I'll close the deal.
well, look, I like Kevin Durant, right? I really do, man. But this the thing, right? And this proves the field goal percentage thing. Who won with the least amount of help, KD or Kobe?
Kobe, easy.
Okay, so how come the guy with the lower field goal percentage can win more than the guy who has this historically great field goal percentage? He can win with way less. It's a stupid ass argument, bro. It doesn't make
Stupid,
any
bro.
sense.
And
But
people was
that's why I
tripping
was
on.
saying basketball is more than, and that's why I said earlier, basketball. Anybody that's played basketball, basketball is more than analytics. What y'all talking about are mentalities. So what separates? I mean, like I said, all these guys are great scorers. All these guys are great players. But the reason why, because what Bill Russell got 11 rings. You know what I'm saying? You got other great players, but why do we talk about Mike and Jordan? It's not so much. I mean, of course they had the skill, but the thing is the winning mentality they had, bro. They were just on a different. They were just on a different playing field as far as competitiveness. You know what I'm saying? Like there's an NBA got a lot of great players, but like your boy was just saying, Kevin Durant ain't got that. A lot of these guys don't have that mentality where it's like move out the way. I'm taking fourth quarter over. I'm gonna win the game. A lot of them don't have that, so that's what separates. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I said they can bring up as many analytics with LeBron James as they want. The fact is, LeBron James he's not a killer. Like that's just what it is, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's not a knock on him, but when you start comparing them to real killers, it's like, bro, like that's the standard. You know what I mean? Like we're not about to change the standard because you can't fit.
Bro,
You know, you ain't fitting the bill. We're not gonna do that. You know?
bro. One of Michael Jordan's greatest games is that that 98 game 6 in Utah when he scored 45 points. He wasn't efficient that game. Do anybody talk about that? No, he had to do what he had to do for them to win. Who cares? You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Got an echo. Got an echo, man.
well, this oh Chad, DBZ, you up here?
Yo.
Hey, DBZ.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, you got some type of echo going on.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, he might have to go out and come back in, man.
Yeah, leave and come back. I'll let you come back up. Can you hear me? Oh, he muted himself. That's cool too. I'm gonna remove you to come back right after you get your stuff situated. Okay, there you go. Wait, that ain't him.
That's mine, man. Hang on. I think that's mine. Hang on.
What changed? You were fine
I
before.
don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, man, nobody cares, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute you till you get it right.
All right.
You done?
Nah, mute me real quick. I'm gonna move because I think there's like an echo in this where I'm at.
All right, I'm gonna mute you. How come it ain't letting me mute him?
He can mute it himself on his if he on his
Yeah,
phone.
yeah, StreamYard be crazy. I tried to mute him, it wouldn't let me.
Man, Adam Silver spying us.
Yeah,
Or
man.
drop
Send his
drop
boss.
down and
Send
come
his
back
boss
in,
and
bro.
spy us.
Yeah, drop down and come back in because the echoes just kind of messes up everything. Like, but yeah, man, when people talk about Kobe and Mike, that I don't think fans of the modern game understand how important mentality is in basketball. Like to be mentally strong is a big deal, right? To have the balls to hit certain shots, right? Clutch shots. It takes a lot of cojones to hit these clutch shots. It takes a lot of heart to go out there and ask to guard the best player on the other side of the floor because a lot of players duck that smoke because they don't want to get their ass busted. Kobe asked to guard AI. Hey, let me guard him. You know, a lot of niggas were afraid of that matchup. You know what I'm saying? They would duck that matchup of guarding a guy like that because he gets you on an island. He can make you look stupid. Um, so yeah, DBZ. I think it was Chris that had that
I was
echo.
wondering because I mute my mic. It can't be me.
Yeah, I thought it was you, but yeah, you good. What you got?
Man, you know, like how field goal is so overrated. Like nobody was talking about it back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the league average for a shooting guard back in the 2000 for a field goal percentage was 44%. So I don't understand where this inefficient coming from with Kobe because he shot around 46% in 2000. So he shot above league average for his position. And it was like a slow paced era. They were shooting mid range that time. That's what the primary shot for a shooting guard back in the day.
And the way he was guarded, when you take it in context, he was
And
guarded.
that's also like why he wasn't shooting 50% because look at how he guarded. So he shot 46% in 2000 being double team, triple team. That's great.
And the type of shots he was taking too were crazy. It's difficult as hell. Spinning off one leg, keeping your balance, bro. Spinning off, in the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
He made that shit look like an art
And
while he was
defense was
busting
still a
ass.
thing at that time. Defense was still a thing that time. Physicality was still there at that time.
Yeah, Kobe was out there dominating niggas, man. I don't know what these dudes been watching.
And it's
But
funny they would
Kobe was
say
out
he's
there.
inefficient. Like first of all, his field goal percentage, his career field goal was his last 3 years, he was hurt, and his first 2 years he didn't start, so that affected his field goal percentages. If you go 1999 to 2013, he shot around 45, 46 for his entire career.
Yeah. But yeah,
Man, who is that, man?
Is that you, Chris, again?
That's mine. Hang on.
What you got? You got YouTube in the background? You got
No, I'm
YouTube?
just sitting
You
in a
did something
parking lot. I don't
different.
know why it's echoing. Hey, kick me out and then I'm gonna rejoin.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that.
But yeah,
That
it's
nigga
funny.
phone went haywire.
It's
Yeah,
funny
he
you
got
said
he got
Kobe.
that Boost Mobile, that cricket.
No, he ain't even cricket. It's the Adam Silver's Wi-Fi plan.
I said nigga calling from an Obama phone, man.
That nigga
Adam
sound like he was
Silver
talking out
Wi-Fi.
of like he was
No,
talking out of a can with a string or something. Oh,
That nigga went and
that
got the
ain't-
old. You remember the old jar with the peanuts, the old aluminum can of peanuts.
Yup.
Talking out of that shit.
Damn, man, that phone went haywire. Yeah. Yeah, go on out, come back, bro.
That
See if you
nigga
get you
phone.
on another cell. See
His
if you get
phone.
on another cell tower or something. That tower
Hey,
you
Kelvin.
on,
His phone said,
but
"Nigga,
out of
shut up."
there.
Nigga, shut up, nigga.
For real. Damn, bro. That's wild. Well, yeah, man. Oh, man, this whole field goal percentage. And then they try to compare field goal percentage back then to now. Like, you can't do
You know,
that, man.
it's crazy. They're trying to compare the field goal percentage to a big man. Like they keep comparing Shaq and Kobe field goal, like the complete different position.
So
Right.
let me float this idea, and let me get some feedback from y'all on this. Do you guys think that we need to separate because in the postmodern or in the pre-modern era, right? We the game is completely different, right? From the way they handle the ball, the rules, everything, right? Do you think we're getting to the point where today's game is so different we can't compare? Like just the mentality of the players to the philosophy of the outside in approach to basketball to the because it's starting to get to the point where I'm starting to believe we can't compare these players to the players
Uh,
of the 80s.
Yep, it's on the
Yeah.
opposite end of the spectrum. If the dudes in the 50s and the 60s was under those harsh, restricted rules, and we gotta put them in their own little box, we gotta put this area here in its own little box too, where basically it's no rules. They can carry, travel, take 4 steps, and it's just like, bro, I tend to agree with you. Yes,
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
game. Like it's
it's a,
it's like we need to find a goat of this era, like of basketball, because it's not even the same game. Like, dude, I'm seeing dudes take 4 steps. I'm seeing dudes push off.
LeBron
I'm
takes
seeing,
5 steps.
bro. I'm seeing the referees pretty much just like it's all entertainment. Like, don't get
defense
me wrong.
non-existent.
You said what?
Defense non-existent as well too.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, right? Like the 90s and the 2000s, you had some questionable calls, right? It happens, right? And they're starting to get more into the entertainment side of basketball and things like that. But today's game is like pure entertainment. I mean, if you just look at the All-Star weekend, they're just trying all sorts of gimmicks. It's ridiculous, man. Like it's mostly entertainment, man. People want to see a whole bunch of shots go up. The whole philosophy of basketball has to be changed. Just like LeBron was saying on the Mind the Game, it's like, well, we got to change our outlook on basketball because of this era. It's like, why?
yeah.
If it's basketball, it's basketball.
He said you got to change what? What you say?
Basically, he's saying like the game of today is so different. Like you gotta change the way you look at this game.
Yeah, I look at y'all like a bunch of jackass. That's why y'all carrying. Yeah, yeah, I do look at y'all different. Like, man, like, uh, whatever, man.
It
Go ahead,
started
bro.
with LeBron.
LeBron's
No,
stupid.
they changed the rules for LeBron to even like continue to dominate. It's like Because he don't really have like the bag to actually like he don't have that bag to like get to the rim, like pull up jump shot like that. Or else they wouldn't have changed the rules. They would just let him play.
Bro, say some of the whatever, man. Let me
I
not
mean,
talk about LeBron.
I didn't even listen to his podcast at all. I just see the clips of him saying some BS,
Yeah, I
and I
mean,
just
it's just getting so like bad that it's like it's the game is just. I was looking at it. I'm like, this game is completely different. I'm thinking like the practices got to be like the 3-point contest. It's got to have the ball, the rack of balls right there.
That's it. They
Like
practice
that's
threes and they practice ball handling, dribble it around cones and dribble it behind their back and all that. They don't do no real practice, man. That's why they ass always hurt. You know.
and I enjoyed today's game, but it's almost like if somebody complete like if they complete a feat, like it's way different than the feat that they did in the 90s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, things like that. It's different. It's like, yo, like this don't even seem like it's all that impressive, but they're making it a big deal. Like even when Reggie Miller was like, for example, when Reggie Miller was getting the record for 3-pointers or whatever, and James Harden passed him. It's like, well, we all know James Harden's not the shooter that Reggie is. But we have to pretend like, you know what I mean? Like we have to pretend like they're on the same level.
Right.
that's why stats is misleading because you don't know. Like it's like we already know Steph is like the greatest shooter, like in like consensus. Like most people would think that. But then it's like when you look down the list, like the Hardens, and then LeBron's on that one of those lists, and you start to think it's like in the history books that are these guys really like shooters? Like
That's
That's why I
true.
said it's messing up NBA history because when you look at the record books used to be a time where you look and you see like the greatest of each thing. Now you're
Mhm.
getting guys out there who ain't the greatest of each thing. They just putting up a lot of shots.
Yeah,
They're
it's just
putting up a lot of
that's that high volume because LeBron when he over with ain't he where he at on the 3-point list? He like top 10?
he around top
LeBron?
Yeah,
10.
yeah, man, over Paul Pierce, I'm pretty sure.
That's
He's like
crazy.
what? He's one spot below Clay Thompson.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
LeBron
around
what? In
there.
the
Yeah,
top
yeah.
five? He on the top
No, he's
five
like
3-point
six
list?
seven. He's like 6'7".
One of the
And
worst
nobody,
shooters ever.
and nobody in the right mind would ever say
he gonna
LeBron
be
was
up there.
better. Nobody in the right mind would ever say LeBron was a better shooter than Paul Pierce and Klay Thompson. Nobody.
But
Nobody.
see,
You know
but
what I'm
see,
saying?
that's what longevity does, right? It's gonna make a lot of these fans think that
LeBron
he
is number
was better.
7.
Like it's gonna make that a lot of these fans think that he was better and on that level. But when you look in context, like you see these guys getting like going up on the assists, right, for the assist records and going up on the rebounding records. But really, what it is that there's so many shots being put up, and there's so many high usage players. Like back then, there wasn't guys who just had the ball the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like it was more of a team thing. And so now it's like, oh, we got guys just dominating the ball for like the whole year. And for the whole career, they're able to get away with having their names up on the record books.
Hey, KB, back in the day, if the players do the stuff and the players today, they would get criticized for doing shit like this,
They
holding the
get
ball,
benched.
taking, yeah,
Get benched, man.
They
they
get
get benched.
benched.
These, uh,
Bruh, them,
these
them
guys,
coaches back in the day did not play, bruh. They wasn't about all that. They would call it hot dogging and showing out. Man, what? Coaches will bench you quick, man.
Like if you're
but
not
these
playing the
guys,
system, you get benched.
Get benched, bruh. You ain't playing no
these
defense.
guys,
You ain't trying like LeBron be doing. Just BSing around and just want to go play on the offensive side. Oh nah, coach back in the day would have got benched, man.
you would have got chewed out too, because those old school coaches, like they used to coach, they used to get in the stars' face. You know what I mean? And like nowadays, you can't do that to these stars. You have to kind of let things go as a coach. Yeah, it's a different game, man. It's a
But
different
It's not
mentality.
just that. These players are
no,
making way more money than the coaches that they used to. Like, so it's like,
Yeah, they got more power.
Yep.
I tell Lawrence all the time, man, these guys, I hate to say it, but they're not men, bro. They don't act like men. They it pisses me off. I think All-Star Weekend is like the most evidence of that, bro. Because the way they talk about All-Star Weekend now versus the way the players back then talked about All-Star Weekend, like these guys, All-Star Weekend, they think is a joke. They don't even play basketball. And they got this whole mentality like you got us. You know what I'm saying? And like if you go back to
You're
Kobe
turning into
or
Roger
even other
Troutman
players,
right
bro,
now. And Chris, you're turning into
Bro.
Roger
yo,
Troutman right now.
Yo,
man,
where
we're
you?
talking about.
You must be out in
man,
the
you just
woods
got that
somewhere,
Adam
dog.
Silver
You sound
Wi-Fi
like Alpha.
Oh, it's echoing. Damn, it's
Hey, you
echoing.
sound like Lord Zed right now.
connection.
I heard
That
you
Re-
about
Adam
to
Silver
fade.
Wi-Fi plan.
You
I
need to
heard you about to
reboot
fade
your
in and out.
phone and get it on another cell tower or something, bro. Cause your phone
Is it
going in and out.
still roboting?
You good right now?
Yeah, you good now
Okay, I
though.
don't know
Yeah.
what the hell is going on.
Man, Adam Silver's
No,
an
man,
actor.
I don't know what's going on, bro. But no, man, it's disappointing because it's like, bro, if you look at the players back then, it was an honor to play at the All-Star Weekend. That was an honor. And it was like, oh, we play for the fans. Now, these guys, it's like they want all the money, they want trades, then they want to crap on the fans. It's like, bro, your product's gonna be crap. How you gonna? The fans are supporting your product, so how you gonna crap on the fans? The NBA as a whole, man, just the mentality is so bad right now, yo. Like it's just so bad. It's like, yo, like you guys, I don't know, man. Like, and then they getting on Twitter and stuff and sending these messages. I'm like, bro, these are grown men. These are grown men, bro, doing this stuff.
Chris, it's
You
leadership.
know?
It's leadership because back in the day, when you had Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, you had Michael Jordan, you even had Dr. J, then to the Kobe's, to it was a uh, leadership to where you went out there and you performed, like you played hard. You know what I'm saying? And like Kobe played hard. The real reason why Kobe played hard is because Mike played hard. The people before him played hard. So the reason why Kobe played through injuries is because the people before him played through injuries. So it was a sense of pride, right? You didn't want to give up on your team. You didn't want to give up on the fans. You wanted to prove that you were the best on the court. Nowadays, it's like, oh well, this is just an all-star game. It don't mean that we could go out there and bullshit. But it's like, dude, you don't have that warrior. You're missing that warrior mentality to always compete. Basketball is about competition, and that's the tradition. That's one thing I'm not going to give up on is competition. That's the tradition from each era. Each era is different. They got their own rules, but that competition, you can't compromise on that. And now competition is being compromised, man, to such a degree. We have to figure out all these different gimmicks to uphold the All Star game. To the
Yeah,
point,
and
to
Yeah,
the point that they're thinking
those
about getting
commercials
rid
is
of it.
sad, bro.
yeah, and
Oh, my fault,
LeBron,
Joe.
he that's why I say, man, LeBron's like the worst face of the league ever because he dropped the baton. Like you just saying, every generation they pass it to the new star, the new face of the league. And the face of the league set the standard. And everybody else, fell in line up under them. Well, LeBron is a non-competitive individual. He don't care. So guess what? They look up to him. They see he the face of the league. He don't care. He non-competitive. He don't care nothing about the All-Star game. He disrespect legends in the locker room, roll his eyes at them like, ah man, get your old ass up out of here and shit like that. They do the same thing. That's the reason why the league is where it's at, because LeBron has been the worst face of the league of all time. Period.
And
He dropped
Kelvin,
the
he been
baton.
and, Kelvin, he was like that since even back then, in 2000. It's that he was not able. Remember that '08 Olympic with what we was talking about? And that
Yes.
they don't want him.
Yeah.
But guess what? He was talking all that shit until they brought Kobe in. He was not talking that shit. He was quiet as fuck, man.
You can't. He had to follow suit. Kobe, just being around him, bro. He brought that energy, like that no nonsense. We getting this shit
Yeah.
done.
And when he said, when he said like he didn't say anything to Walt when Kobe was taking all these shots in practice or some shit. He told to Walt instead of like saying to Kobe's face, he told to Walt, you better
Oh
fix that
yeah.
motherfucker.
And
Oh
see,
no, Coach K. It was Coach K, not
so
Walt.
so
Coach
so
K,
let-
though.
so let me tell you guys about the way I do my best players ever. Right. The way I rank my best players ever is I rank them. I rank them strategically, right? And I do it to where people can't duck smoke, right? I go off who you beat, and I go off your game. That way you can't duck. See, because a lot of these awards, people are able to get awards and duck smoke. You know what I'm saying? And the way I cut all the bullshit out is like, nah, bro, you gotta go through the fire. The way I'm gonna rank you, you gotta go through the fire. Who you beat matters. How you compete on the floor matters. Your mentality matters. You know what I'm saying? Your effort matters. You can't. I don't care what type of numbers you put up. If your effort ain't there, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want it bad enough, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what you do on the stat sheet. I don't care what award you got. You can win 10 MVPs. If you don't have the skill level, if you didn't work on your game in the summertime to become a complete basketball player, you're not going to go anywhere near Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. So a lot of people, when they do these lists, they go off the media and they're able to put guys higher than they deserve to be because they the media's list is just made to duck smoke, in my opinion. It's made to play favorites, give people certain advantages. If they don't want you to have the MVP, they're not gonna give it to you. It's meant to promote who they like. So to cut all that out, we go off pure basketball. Pure basketball. And this stuff is stuff that the media never brings up. Why think about it, guys? Why do we have to have the conversation about this? About the duck and smoke, about the tradition, right? Following tradition of the old school. Why do we have to hold players accountable to this? The media should be doing this.
Yeah. Media don't give a damn, man.
On their all-time list, bro, they don't factor in none of this shit that we talking about. And this shit is important. Competition, that's the essence of basketball.
I mean
Man.
that's the essence of every sport.
Mhm.
like you look at who you beat, rather we talking basketball, football, tennis, who they beat, and then name me somebody that outside of basketball that's great at what they do, like Ali, that don't have a killer mentality. See what I'm saying? That don't have that mentality. I'm gonna beat everybody. Muhammad Ali, notorious for that. Dude was talking. He's probably one of the biggest trash talkers in sports. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like this criteria is specific to basketball. This is criteria that carry its underlying criteria throughout all sports. Whatever sport you're talking
Yeah.
about, sports is competition. You know what I'm saying? Like there ain't no second place trophies in soccer or in tennis or in whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, they're questioning the very foundation of sports, which is stupid. It's like, yo, like
The Larry Birds, the Magic Johnsons, the Michael Jordans, the Kobe Bryants, they wanted to take your will, right? They wanted to prove they were the best, but they wanted to take your will on that court. So the thing is like dominance. I want to dominate you, man. I want to beat you so bad that you don't want to pick up a basketball. You know what I mean? And so with that mindset, with that level of dominance, bro, like you can't ignore that. Like when you talk about the greats. You can't ignore the mentality. Mentality is a lot in basketball. You can have all the talent in the world and still not amount to shit. But competition, bro, like every time we bring up competition, we bring up two men. We bring up two men who are willing to sacrifice, willing to get down and dirty, do the dirty work on their team. Whether it was rebounding, whether it was playmaking, whether it was defense, whether it was scoring, you know, that is a part of the competition. Competing with you give me whatever you give me, I'm gonna make work. That's
Yeah.
greatness to me. That's greatness to me. Give me. Okay, yeah, the other teams got better. They got better players. Give me him, and I'll win with him. I'll run the table.
Yeah. Me
Not
too.
only that though, the reason why they were so great, why they were able to do that, because that's why I said they can disrespect Kobe as much as they want, bro. But the fact of the matter is, when Kobe was playing, there was nobody that could guard Kobe Bryant 1-on-1. Everybody knew that. Even if you ain't like Kobe, you're not gonna put one player on Kobe and be, oh, he's gonna shut Kobe down. Nah, bro. That ain't happening. Same thing with Mike. You
I
know what I'm
did.
saying? Like you talking about NBA players that, and you talking about legends, bro, like that used to fear Michael Jordan, used to fear Kobe Bryant. I heard Shaq. Shaq was talking about how much he feared Michael Jordan attacking the paint, bro, and that's Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, that's
Shaq in
crazy.
his own right. That's crazy when
As
you
many
think
niggas
about it. But
Shaq
Shaq,
punished.
yeah, but Shaq won't know. Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, all of them have these stories about Michael Jordan, and these are legends of the game, bro. Talking about Michael Jordan, they're legends in their own right.
Remember
You
when
see what I'm
Mike
saying? They
said,
talking about,
Chris? Remember when Mike said, "I ain't Shaq. You ain't gonna do that shit to me. I ain't Shaq." Hey, Mike
yeah,
ain't
but
true in
see
the
what
center.
made you can be a junk talker in basketball all day. You got plenty of those. What made Mike and Kobe on a whole nother level was they could back it up. I don't. Mike say I'm dropping 50 on you. I'm dropping 50 on you. You know, Kobe. Oh, I'm dropping 50 on you. I'm dropping 50 on you. And if I don't, it's because I missed. It ain't because of your defense. You know
Have
what
you,
I'm
have
saying? Like,
Chris? Have you ever seen when you watch Kobe drop 60, right? When you see him drop 81, right? Have you seen him really celebrate? I'm talking about like go hard, like celebrate. You don't, because it's routine for him, right? Like when you see those guys score all these big games, they're not celebrating like going crazy celebrating. They just like, oh, okay, this is what I do. Like that's the
yeah, I
level they
mean,
were on. Like, yo, this is what I do. Like this Kobe. Like, okay, yeah, he dropped 60 last week. Okay, yeah, he dropped 81. Well, he should have had 80 in the game he dropped 60. Like everybody understands, like, yo, he was on such a heater that like, man, this nigga could do this shit all the time.
yeah, there ain't nothing you can do about it. That's the thing. There ain't nothing you can do about it, man. So that's why I said they bring up all these analytics, but we seen when Kobe was the face of the league, there was nobody that could guard Kobe, man. Kobe was a huge problem. Kobe was a huge problem, bro. Like you not gonna put somebody on Kobe. Nobody getting MVPs off of guarding Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't gonna happen.
It got to
You know
be a
what I mean?
team effort.
Nobody's gonna sag off and let Kobe shoot a mid range jump shot. That's insane. Like you lose the game quick. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? Like
man, let me tell you what. I watched that game live when Kobe dropped that 62 and 3/4. Bruh, that's like one of the top five craziest games I've ever watched live, bruh. My mouth was open and my eyes was staring at you. I was like, "What the fuck?" I'm serious, bruh. And I
He was
seen
doing
Michael
freak
Jordan.
shit. He was doing freak shit.
I grew up watching Michael Jordan. I seen Michael Jordan do some amazing shit. I'm watching Kobe drop that 62 and 3/4. I'm like, "What the fuck?" Dog? I'm getting goosebumps and everything when I'm watching. I'm like, "Yeah." That
this dude,
That's how
you
you
this
talking
make
about
dude's
people
brother.
feel, man. That's how, and see, that's the feeling that you got watching Mike and Kobe is like you when you watch them, you got the notion that I'm watching something that I never seen before. Like I'm
And
watching
that's what
something
I was,
crazy.
bro. I watched. I never forget that night. I never forget. I'm like, what the fuck? He was just on one that night, and I seen the 81 point games. I didn't see the 81 live. I saw it
The 81
62
live was
point.
crazy.
I seen the 62 3-quarter live, and I'm just like, what? Like,
Nah,
what the
what made the 81 point game crazy is that at some point they were double teaming this dude. And I'm watching, I'm like, bro, this dude, he's still scoring on double teams. I say, yo, he ignorant as hell, bro. Like,
He was playing at but the 81 point game, he was playing within the flow of the game. Like he still and he still played through his teammates. Like so he wasn't just out there
yeah,
jacking shit. He was playing through his teammates. Once he seen that we were down, because we were about to get blown out. Once he seen
fuck?
that we were down, he said, "All right, man." He just flipped the switch,
When
and
you
it
are
was
down by
crazy.
20,
Yeah, but it was crazy
Yeah.
because his the way he was scoring was so inspiring to the team that the team started playing great defense. After he brought them back, the team was like you could see the level of defense turn up from the team because they were so inspired by his by his 81. That was a crazy ass game, bro. Kobe was doing some shit where he was bending reality. Like remember when he scored 50 points or
Mhm.
more 4 games in a row. He was
yeah.
doing shit that like it's like, yo, this nigga dog, like, yo,
it's only something Will can touch. Like it's like those are 4 straight
bro,
50.
this nigga, Kobe was like 50, 60 something, 50, 60
Oh my
something.
god.
And then he had a down game where he scored like 20 and then he went right back to 40. It's like, yo, this dude is crazy, dog.
Bro,
Yeah, that's
I said like Kobe and Mike, the only dudes I've seen where they can consistently beat. I don't know if I say consistently, but more than most basketball players beat the double team. Because bro, they see a double team coming, they don't even. Sometimes it don't even phase them. I'm like, yo, like, and then I know with Mike, it's like Mike, his IQ is so high, bro. He see the double team coming, and he's already thinking about the third defender that's gonna step up. Like he would beat the double
Yeah.
team, and you can tell like the next move he pulls off on the third defender. Yo, this dude was already thinking about this. Like he had the situation playing out in his mind of how the third defender is gonna step up. Like, bro, when
Bro.
I think he was playing against the Knicks, and he went
Mhm.
baseline, and they
Oh
doubled
yeah,
on him.
that shit was
And he
crazy.
went back and turned and then dunked on the center. I said, bro, like, you
But he
gotta be thinking of some
manipulated
crazy stuff.
he
Huh?
manipulated that though, because he knew what he wanted to
He
do the
thought
whole
he
time.
would.
He said, but see, that's the thing, right? And that's why there's levels to the shit, right? When you can manipulate defense and take what you want, and that's what people don't understand. Like those are the type of dudes who took what they wanted. Like you're not gonna give them nothing; they're gonna take it. Like even if you send him left, he'll find a way to get back to his right. Even if you send him right, he can still kill you left. You're not gonna give him anything; he takes it. Like when I seen Kobe 2003 when he had a complete game. He started mastering the game, but by '06, when you watch him at '06, you're like, oh, he's Neo in the Matrix. Like Kelvin was saying. When you watching his performances, you like, yo, this dude has mastered the game. Like he unlocked there's something that switched. Because he was already great in 2003, right? He was already, but he wasn't allowed to show it as often. Like when he had been unleashed, you're like, oh yeah, this nigga mastered the game, bro. And it's scary what he was doing. He mastered it. He's on that Jordan. He literally was in that zone where you could say, which is rare, right? Where Jordan feels like he can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants, to whoever he wants. You know what I'm saying? And that's a level that I haven't seen anybody other than Jordan get on.
yeah. '06 Kobe the crazy man,
It's crazy.
crazy.
It's one thing to have to guard a dude that's athletic and have the gift and abilities like they did, but it's another thing to have to guard him and he got the IQ to go with it. Like that's just like, bro.
Yeah. Because what do you
Yeah,
do?
man, that's a scary thing.
Like I asked people this, and maybe you could tell me, Kelvin, your experiences from watching it. But I asked people this when we have like conversations about who's the best, right?
Mhm.
How would you guard Kobe? How would you guard Mike? And a lot of people don't have an answer, right? They're like, well, what do you take away from? Well, you can't sag off Kobe, right? Even if you jump, right, he might draw the foul, and if you don't jump, he'll hit the shot, right? So, what do you do as a defender? What do you do? How do you guard him? Man, I don't know. Okay, then. So that's the goat. That's the goat conversation, bro. How do you guard Jordan? You saying you don't know? You looking at the coaching staff like nigga.
Get
I I
get the
did
ball
this.
out their hands. That's about it. Get it up
Yeah.
out their hands.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
But even
that,
with
that's
that,
all.
get it up out their hands, that's a team effort. You talking about God, that's a team. It's like that's what Detroit had to do. Like stopping guys like that, that's a team
yeah,
effort.
yeah,
If you say we're gonna go and put one defender on them, it's like nah, man. That's no, it's a
yeah,
team effort. The Pistons guarded Kobe through a team effort. They would lower one side of the floor that
yeah.
he was on. That's how you guard somebody like that. That's the only way you can. You can't. You put one man on him. I put one man on him. He kill him, and then I put another defender on him. Well, he killing everybody on the team. So all right, now we have to get the ball. The man saying now, whatever side of the court, let's load it up and let's make it hard for the ball to get to that side of the court. If it gets to that side of the court, let's double team, lock him up so he has to get a ball up. Now, what made Kobe and Mike ignorant was that they didn't care about the double team. Like them dudes was like, I mean, they would pass here and there, but they still had the ability where it's like I could split the double team, I can score on the third man. That's what I said. They were just on a different dog. They were just it's like, bro, like those players like that, they were just different, man. I don't even know how to explain it because you can't. It's like, bro, what you gonna do? Like,
You couldn't run the same shit on them too, though, because if you put a player who's got length on them, they're gonna figure them out. So you have to mix up the. You have to use a variety of different defenders to throw at them to throw them off, and they might still cook everybody. You know, even when you do that, they might still give niggas buckets. Like I seen Kobe turn around, he got Ron Artest on him, right? He get off. Then he got Batty on him. He get off. He might try, somebody else. He might throw him on Kobe for a little bit. He's just cooking everybody, bro. It's like, what do you do when a nigga's on that level to where he he's literally talking, he's shooting on purpose, right in Shane Battier's face. He has a hand right in his face. He's shooting that shot on purpose. He did not have to take that shot. He's proving to Shane Battier mentally that you can't stop me. I'm gonna purposely shoot with the hand right in my face just to demoralize you and have fun.
yeah,
Man, Kobe in '09 when he's going against Battier in that Rocket series. Battier was defending Kobe better than probably anybody I ever seen. Kobe was still lighting his ass up. I'm talking about I'm talking about, bro. I remember some of them plays where Battier had his hand over his eyes and everything, and Kobe was still hitting all net. I was like, bro. Battier was what, like first team all defense, like the
Yeah.
elite of the elite,
mm-hmm.
and he's still cooking you for 40 and 35 and all that. Ain't nothing you can do, dog. Ain't
Kobe
nothing you
was
can do with
playing
them
with
type
him.
of dudes.
He threw the
And
ball off
Kobe,
the backboard. He
I
was
remember
playing with
Kobe was talking shit. I'm like, then you get them dudes riled up and they talking shit. Ain't nothing you can do, bro. Nothing.
him. He got the technical for saying you can't guard me.
Yup. I'm like, bro,
That's
how is
always
this
been
dude making this
hard.
shot? How is he making a shot? He can't see the damn rim. Like,
Levels, man.
Yeah, you play
levels.
against those type players, man. You gotta be mentally prepared because Kobe and Mike, they sense weakness, man. They just gonna like
Oh yeah.
I was gonna drop 50, but now I sense weakness and I'm about to drop 70.
Yeah.
Like that's just the mentality of the game, man.
But see, the thing that makes them so special is that they're sizing you up. Like as soon as you walk on the court, they looking at this nigga from the foot on up.
Yeah.
And say what? First of all, they looking at your feet to see what you're wearing. Then they looking at your jersey. They looking at, okay, well, is this dude intimidated? Is he gonna look me in the eyes? How is he emotionally? Is he has any problems with his family? Like what's going on in his life? Like they like this niggas is like, bro, it's real psychotic. It's real psychotic. God, they know how many timeouts the nigga. They know how many fouls that they'll take to get the nigga out the game. Everything, like they know their rotations. Yeah, you know who's gonna come in at this mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, they strategic,
The
bro.
great players, man, I'll tell you, man, and they'll frustrate the heck out of you. I had people do it to me. They'll watch you. If they know what they're doing, they'll watch you and they watch your tendencies. And if they
Mm,
know your tendencies, it'll annoy you because now you really have to switch your game up because they basically, like I said, if they figure out your game, it'll frustrate you because, like, say you get the ball in the post, they know you're gonna do this certain kind of move. They know when to put their hand in there to get that ball out of your hands. You know what I'm saying? So like Mike and Kobe were notorious for that. When they played against somebody, they studied their tendencies. And Kobe was talking about that when he was talking about when they played against KD and OKC. He was talking about how KD would catch the ball, and Kobe ignorant. Kobe was talking about, man, I was counting the seconds for when he would spin. I guess KD had a certain kind of jump shot he liked to do off the spin, and
yeah.
they were interviewing Kobe, and Kobe was like, man, I was counting the seconds he would hold the ball. I said, yo, I said, Kobe ignorant, man. I said, this dude ignorant as hell, like, for saying that.
He's studying your style.
Huh?
And that's the thing. Like they're trying to get a competitive advantage, even when like you could eat breakfast with the nigga, like, and he's trying to gain a competitive advantage to use against you in the game. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like, oh, this dude's having trouble with his. I remember even speaking about the OKC, Kobe was trying to start beef between Westbrook and Durant. You know, and plant seeds like whose team it
He
is.
ignorant.
You know,
Pump
hey,
seeds.
yeah, like just to see where their mind was. You know what I'm saying? Use psychological warfare like that.
Yeah.
Nah, Kobe was a
Yeah.
savant. Kobe put in that work. Kobe should put in that work and watch that film and new tendencies and all that. Kobe was a true student of the game.
They don't understand, bro, how hard that is. Like, if you play basketball, you understand how hard it is, bro. But people like fans, they don't understand. They'll look at something, they'll be like, oh, you know, or somebody I could do that. I'm like, bro, like you don't understand. Like that move that he's making look simple, dog. It take like hours in the gym, like, and you doing this practicing the same move. It looks simple because he's pulling it off, but in reality, it's like, bro, this dude probably, especially when you start talking about footwork, it's like Kobe footwork. I'm like, bro, you got to live in the gym to be doing the kind of footwork he was doing. Like, his footwork was stupid. You know? Like,
Bro, that reverse pivot, bro. If you tried to reverse pivot, bro, most players would get called for travel easy. Like
yeah,
to have that balance to spin. First of all, you selling the move because you're trying to make a drive to the right, but you know you're not going right. You don't intend on going right, but you go full speed. You have to sell the move and go full speed in order to get the defender to believe that's the direction you're going. Then when you get them to bite, you have to spin in such a manner that you don't get called for traveling. And you have to keep balance. That takes incredible balance, skill, and timing. Niggas ain't doing that shit, bro. Like you can say what you want, but dudes ain't doing that shit, bro. Like it's the degree of difficulty in the way he made it look easy. Like,
Like, like that one shot they always show when Kobe scored 61 in New York.
oh yeah,
When that's dude, that move there is one of the most ridiculous moves. Well, he did that like reverse. I don't even know how to explain it.
yeah, reverse pivot. Yeah,
Yeah, man. I'm like, bro, that is a hard shot, bro. That and he made it look so easy, but that is not an easy shot, man.
it's
And
it and
then
yeah, yeah.
nah, Kobe was. highly skilled, bro. Like, and then that 2010 finals where he made that left hand floater, bro. A floater with your offhand, that's not an easy shot, bro.
Yeah, that nigga
Niggas
was.
can do floaters all day with their strong hand, but with your offhand and have the touch and the balance and all that, to lay that over a 7-footer, bro. That's a tough shot, man. That's
Yeah.
not easy.
Now,
That take
that dunk,
years.
that joint he did against the Nuggets, yo, would be my favorite. When Robert Ory threw that long court pass and Kobe had his back to the pass and he caught it and he
Oh, you
like
talking
Oh,
took
about
the
the
ball
behind the
behind his
back?
back and he had the
Yeah.
defender on him and then he like turned to a reverse dunk. I said, yo.
That's some shit you do when you were like you do that move when you were playing basketball as a kid. Like you have to play basketball at an early age to do some shit like that. Like
I've never seen nothing like that, bro.
he did that naturally, bro. Like he just did it so smooth and it was just natural. Like he was ready to adapt like to anything that nigga would have did at that time.
yeah,
I'm
Kobe
like,
was.
how does dude think of that and that's in game too. You can tell he ain't had time to like premeditate on it because the play is kind of one of those plays where it unfolded like you don't know how it's gonna unfold. But it's like, yo, these dudes be thinking of this stuff that usually you would have to like really think about. They do it in a split of a second. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
instinct. I'm like, man, this junk's crazy. Like,
The Jordan ball fake, bro. Like when that nigga, like he go in the middle of the lane and he act like he gonna pass the shit, but his hands are so big, like he's
yeah,
just
Yeah,
covering the ball, palming that shit, and then they defenders going for the fake, and you're like, yo, this nigga is raw.
yeah, he a butthole for that, bro. Jordan a butthole.
He's playing with him, bro. Like he's
Yeah,
playing,
he
he's
a
fucking
butthole
with
for
him.
that. He was still doing that. I watched the clip a couple days ago. He was still doing that with the Wizards.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, he
Pawn the
was.
ball and then like take the defender out. Say, yo, this dude.
Nah, Jordan. So Wizards Jordan took the ball off the damn glass, bro. Nigga went up. Like that,
Oh
I
yeah,
think there was something where
Ron Mercer
He was
yeah,
talking trash to Jordan.
he pulled off
talking
a
trash.
move. Yeah, he pulled off a move, and then Jordan got pissed off. He came and snatched it. Holy shit!
Yeah, snatched it off the board. I was like, oh.
He showed you flashes of Jordan of Goat Jordan, dog. He showed you
Yeah, he
flashes.
did that at what, 40? He was near 40, what, 39? I said, man, this dude.
Yeah. Oh man, what time is it, man?
Yeah, that dude, man.
Yeah, Mike was ignorant, yo. Mike was ignorant. I got a stream I'm gonna do on Mike. Um, more highlights and stuff because I think the younger generation needs to see. ESPN they kind of use the same highlights over and over again. They don't
Yeah.
never show like the complex things that Jordan was doing. That's really amazing. And so I'm gonna go through some Jordan film and show these kids like, nigga, it ain't what you think it was. It really ain't.
No, I like watching the LeBron James. I'll be watching those sometimes, like the LeBron James fans. They ain't never seen the footage of Mike, and they'll have the footage up, and they'll be watching it like, oh my gosh, like, what is that? Like, yeah, that's what we've been trying to tell you, bro. This Jordan Jordan was
Nigga,
doing stuff. Dog, we ain't have video of Jordan. We probably wouldn't even believe, like say if somebody came to you and told you, oh, this guy did this, you probably wouldn't even believe him. You like, yo, like nah, bro.
Mike did something that I haven't seen a player do. I seen Kobe split the defense and kind of lay it up on the other side like he did it in San Antonio. But Mike literally turned midair and went to the other side of the basket, nigga. yo,
Yeah,
you know how complex that you know what type of body control you got to have to pull some shit. And then
All
like
right, bro.
you said what?
Yeah, Jordan, bro. If you ever get to watch like some of them early to mid '80s, or well mid to late '80s, Jordan when they playing in Madison Square Garden,
Mhm.
all them games when he was in New York, Jordan would do some ignorant, stupid shit, man.
Yeah, he had it out for
He
Madison
always,
Square Garden, dog.
bruh, 86, 87, 88, and that like them 3 years when he was like really, really young and then all this stupid shit he was doing. Every time he went to New York, he would show out, man. Every time. Like just foolishness, man.
Yeah.
See, the thing
Yeah.
about Jordan is that Jordan was so sharp, right? Like when you watch his movements, he made his moves so sharp, and there was so much control. Like it was beautiful because like he had so much control over the game, and so when he made a move, he would do something easy, but it would be spectacular, and you're like, yo, how the fuck he make that? Like on the degree of difficulty, what he just pulled off was like a 10, 11 out of 10. Like he pulled it off and then just kept walking back on the other side of the court.
Yeah, he hit some crazy stuff, bro. Now he had I think it was like a fast break, and he came down. The dude fouled him, and Jordan had his back to the rim, and he threw the ball in and slapped his hand while he was like his back was to the rim. I was like, and hit the shot. I'm like, yo, like this dude, man, he not even thinking. Like he just making up stuff, bro. Like this.
Oh yeah,
He ignorant because
that's
he tried to
the
draw fouls like that.
oh yeah, that was on Detroit. I think that was in the
It was on
playoffs in
Detroit,
'89.
yeah, man. Dude came
Yeah,
up. And
yeah, he
Jordan did a
spent.
hop step, but it was like a backwards, like a hop step. You would use a hop step to do a layup. Dog, he did a hop step and spun
And
purposely,
threw
like
that
with
over
his
the
back to the rim, and talk. I'm like, bro, how did he?
ignorant. That's the most ignorant shot. Hey,
Dog, it was the most ignorant shot. I sound like, yo, this dude. Hey, if I was guarding him, I just look at him and smile, yo, like.
Now
Chuck
Michael Vick,
Davis said. Chuck Davis said it right. He said Michael Jordan was so good, he was just like embarrassing. And that's how he was especially when he was young. Oh man.
yeah, he do some bullshit, bro. Like I watched like all of his early clips, bro. He used to do some bullshit,
Hey,
and
he
it'd
do
be
that.
like,
He do that 2K.
yeah. But what's crazy about it is that this is the '80s. So like when you watch all the other players, you had some advanced players like Dominique and so, but he was so advanced for his time. It was like you're watching him play. It's like you dropping somebody from the future back then, because like all the combinations he was doing, like he had handles too. Like he would do it in and out, and then he would dunk on the defense. He would tomahawk that bitch. I was like, God.
Yeah, these guys were dunking on 7-footers, bro.
But he would dunk and they would be ducking. Like he would to
Yeah,
come down.
yeah.
I said, oh,
Yeah.
this thing.
I told you, bro, Shaq. I was watching. I've never heard him say that, and I was shocked. They were interviewing Shaq. Shaq said, I was scared of Jordan. It was like, why? Because I was scared he was going to attack the lane. I'm like, yo, this is Shaq saying that. Like, that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey,
like
remember
what?
Jordan told Shaq knocked Jordan down, and Jordan told him, don't ever pick your opponent up.
Hey, so whatever, son. That's real. Hey, that's real.
Hey, that's some killer shit right there. Dog. Don't nigga, don't pick me up, nigga. That's weakness. Nigga, leave me on the ground.
That's some real
That,
stuff,
that,
man.
that's what Kobe said. Remember we talking about Shane Battier?
Yeah.
And Kobe ain't respecting because Shane was trying to like butter him up or something.
Yeah, he ignorant. He talking about he trying to give him compliments.
Nah, bro, we don't do.
And Kobe recognized he was trying to butter him. You niggas is ignorant as hell.
But say, man, I'm finna go lay it down, dog. I'm finna get up
Yeah, I'm
off.
about to end the
Yeah,
stream.
man.
But But y'all, I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Hope you guys had a great 4th of July. God bless all of y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through, listening to us on Behind the Bench Sports Network, man.
Yeah, man. Salute to everybody, man. That was in the chat, man. Rap God, Sierra,
Yeah.
everybody, man.
Lou,
Salute to y'all, man.
yeah. Sierra, all
All
right, man. All right, y'all. Peace.
All right.
right, later.